This week on The Fourth Culture. As you come into this room, you do find 3 plinths with what appear to be 3 glowing crystals.
So it appears to be a puzzle.
You wanna mage hand this one?
Your mage hand blinks out of existence.
I'm on the verge of randomly casting spells at this.
Yeah, the key! Ancient words provide the key!
Why? What am I doing here? Who are the... I know these people, but who...
Everybody stand back, move somewhere safe. Barra, is this real?
No, so Crystal.
You feel a sort of pressure of water push you into this room.
Don't beat the tsunami!
Don't hit him, it'll be your folly. He's Aramana, Aramana. It's a magical circuit. What a cleric are you?
He's a goose, I love it.
Indeed. Hello, and welcome to The Fourth Culture. My name's Ramji, and I'll be your Dungeon Master and host as we explore the mysterious world of Urtu with our gang of fantastic players. With me tonight are the amazing Survey Team 3 as Kie, the intrepid DCO.
Woo!
Yay.
As Yrsa, the dauntless Sheena Chan. Without daunt anyone.
No, don't.
Not one.
As Barra, the gallant DJ Mojo. Joe Tan.
That's me. Hi, guys.
And as Kaman, the valorous Edward Choy. That's your valorous.
V. I make a V.
V for Belarus. V, Belarus.
Here we go. Valorous. Okay. And lastly, but not leastly, the dandy and divine Hanson Cheryl.
Hi,
Sweet. And what a week it's been in Singapore. Now, to any Tulan Chico Peck who may be watching, and I admit it's a very unlikely viewer demographic for us, since they're probably off discussing Uganda somewhere. But please continue to be patient. Don't go Golden Mile by Mango. Just go get tested, get your vaccines, do sensible hygiene, and take care of yourselves and each other. And if you can't do that, keep it in your trousers, all right? Now, we stream every Monday at 7 p.m. That's not now, but was about 10 minutes ago. And we upload to YouTube every Thursday. Though I have a feeling that I didn't upload last Thursday, but we're just going to ignore that and it's going to get retconned, don't worry. We do stream other content on Wednesday, and we had the first of Hans's amazing session on this Wednesday, just gone, the Only Hans special, which we'll be carrying on this Wednesday coming. And then we'll be carrying on with that series of one-shots in the future, I believe. I mean, it'll be coming up next. And then the one at the only Lisa with her one-shot.
Your one shot, when you look so
Oh, yes.
confused.
Sorry, yes. No, I didn't know what you were going to say.
What? It wasn't me. I didn't do it. It's like, not you.
You haven't.
As always, none of this would be possible without help from our friends at a better consultancy, who do continue to keep this nonsense afloat.
Yeah. So if you need simple, honest, and straightforward technology advice to help you scale and grow your business, if you're based in Asia or you're looking to expand your business here, what are you waiting for? Call these guys now. Get hold of them. A Better Consultancy at www.abetterconsultancy.co.
Need computer, pay dollars. No, not quite.
What?
Oh, money, pay money, I was going for, but never mind.
Would you like a pig's head with that, sir?
Yeah, that's right. Do you have IT pig's head problems? If so, call a better consultancy.
You need to hang a pig's head at your debtor's door. But you're not sure how to do it.
Your IT technical debt. Oh, dear me. Okay, anyway, moving on. This is quite terrible. Unless there's anything else, Joe, congratulations on your show. Amazing stuff. DJ Mojo herself in the room with us. If there's anything else, we'll see you after the theme song. Go Hans!
Yay!
Behold thine heroes as they observeth the troubled lands and stormy sea. They have no choice, it's national service for Marabanda Survey Team 3. A goblin captaincy, elven cleric, one small and green, one tall and blue, stoned halfling monk, dedicates its campaign anthem to you.
Here sings up all these party who streams sweet D&D. The folk culture is our name, but you can call us T4C. Asian influence from rule with less Eurocentricity. Now for some Asia Pac gang chants featuring Audi and Randy.
One coffee tea tap out for me.
Coffee sheet out for me. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi.
精赛了，卖卵来了。
你在哪来了来了 Dragon power. Dragon power.
I sound quite transatlantic actually.
Anyway, this is our party and we're actually very fun. We all go play really hard and we always sing a ton of songs where we find gods and monsters beneath the Urtu sun. We are Asians, the pop culture, and at last our song is done.
Except for our reminder to follow and subscribe.
Oh yeah, cool. So this week on the Fourth Culture, we are going to find ourselves back in. Oh wait, that's what got confused.
That's what we're missing.
That's where I got lost.
That's where we're.
I
that's
thought
what
there was
we're
something
missing.
wrong going on
Sorry,
today.
please.
Oh,
Somebody stole my job.
no, it's okay. It's okay. No one stole your job. It's just been a funny week. That's all.
Okay.
It's like
So can
Sorry,
I do my
sorry.
recap?
it's okay.
Yes, do it. Do the recap.
Can I do
Yes,
my recap?
Sheena, let's have a recap.
Previously, on the Fourth Culture, the party had found Princess Malina and her people, who are looking in the ruins for 3 pieces of the jade diadem. As we settled down for rest for the night, we decided to set up watch, and we also decided to introduce ourselves to her people so that we can work together harmoniously. Yes. So we met the two half-F brothers, Cham and Cham and Aramana. Yes. So Cham seems to be the more talkative one, and Aramana is very not talkative at all. He wears a mask on the lower half of his face. It's very safe for COVID. We also met Professor Samuelson, whose field of interest is in comparative archaeology and mythology in the Daranis Sea and Najuan area. He was very interested in Kaman, a bit scarily interested. So Kaman did try to make small talk and ask him about the King of Chorus. And Professor Samuelson said that, it should be the title of the current ruler of the CFs. And then he also asked about Bolda and said something about, Bolda, his ascension is not complete or something like that. Not sure what all that meant. But he did mention that ascension is when sometimes the demigods are very powerful. They gain so much power already, they can leave Urtu entirely. And then often this thing will need a lot of rituals for them, and then need a lot of people to die in order to power the rituals. Something like that. So we were like, that's wonderful. Maybe next time we talk some more. Okay, bye-bye. So after that, we set up a watch order with the 2 brothers. Kie then entered the sword of Koshi. And then I took the sword and went on first watch with Cham. While we were on watch, Barra cast a sending to Akras to update him about the situation, and then also asked whether our rescue mission was actually an excuse to get the Namandan Union into war. We got a reply from Akras, calling Duke Antaros a bastard for selling out his own country. And then after that, got another reply from the same voice that that Barra heard when he cast the sending from the scroll, saying, "Is Malina safe?" And that she is the last of her line. So we need to make sure she is, safe and coming back. So we replied that we are helping her with a quest so that we can get her back. Inside the sword, Kie met with Ryaka and trained with him. And asked him about the Bulda and the Dragon Emperor. And then he had a complete face journey. He went from to basically along those lines. So he heard Bulda's name and then he heard Dragon Emperor's name. So we found out, or rather she found out that the Dragon Emperor was actually his brother, and that he had died many, many thousands of years ago. And he was very sad because he was nowhere near his brother when he died. And then he said that Boulder is a lying, manipulative, scheming bastard and is tucked away somewhere where he can't do anything. But he had infected Ryaka during that time and was probably, responsible for him doing a lot of things that he didn't want to do. And supposedly, Boulder had ascended like Ryaka's father. So we don't know who Ryaka's father is also. And that, yes. So we told him, or rather she told him that the princess wanted to take back the jade diadem. However, Ryaka himself didn't really know much about it, except for the fact that his brother wore it. It was a crown. It helped him to, manage his empire or something like that. Allowed the wearer to be the ruler of ancient Karambir. And that it was broken. That's all we know. So after that, Kie also asked, can you come out of the sword like that Cyclops guy who kept haunting my knights? And we learned that, or rather she learned that it was a possibility. But then, price must be paid as with all things, So on watch, outside, Koshi suddenly started to talk to me, which was very alarming because, all this time, 30 over episodes, nobody talked to me in my head. Then suddenly got the sword. The sword started to make friends with me. He's very nice, not bad, can chat, but still alarming. So not used to talking with somebody with no face, Anyway, so I learned that he was actually around for a much longer period, than even before the Dragon Emperor. Second watch, Kaman and Aramana went out. Kaman was looking at the walls and he realized that there were markings there. And they could be vandalism of some kind, he wasn't very sure. But some of the inscriptions seemed to have a bit more meaning. And there was a symbol of a serpent around a trident that seemed very familiar. He asked Eijnar about them, but for some reason couldn't get an answer. The actual reason is he wrote very bad, but anyway. Then the third watch, Barra went out for the third watch. And then Kaman pointed out the symbol to him. And then Barra recognized it as being on the chest plate of the guy who was holding this coral staff when we were fighting the shark people on the ship. That was a very upsetting time. Anyway, then Barra wrote a song for Malina, and then he had a chat with Auntie Agatha about the various women in his life. And Auntie Agatha let slip that we're actually quite near Afina. Oh, interesting. Anyway, the new day came. Nothing happened during the watch. Barra sang a song for everybody so that we were a little bit more boosted, and we all exited Sonali's room. Ha! And then we realized that, excuse me, how come the princess is not here? However, her own people was like, huh? Who? What? And that's where we discovered that Princess Malina had actually gone around and erased all their memories, took all the research, and fucked off. All her people don't know her. All her people don't know that they were there to help her. We all remember. I don't know why she only fucked with them only, but it's okay. Never mind, it's fine. So, Barra did everything that he could to try and find him. Her. He cast a scrying and then found Malina walking down a dark corridor that was not submerged, then into a membrane with water again, and then found this cavern, and then there was a well inside, and then the well had this elven spirit come out, and then after that they talk, and then they started to fight. Who? Her, Malina, and the sea elves, and the elven spirit woman. Very exciting. Not sure what is going on. So, yes. He definitely saw that there was a shrine or a burial memorial inside the room. And it was very clear that this group had invaded a burial chamber of some kind. And then, based on that, and the fact that the F ghosts look a bit familiar, Barra believed that could have been Suhani or Nagara, one of the Dragon Emperor's advisors who was supposedly protecting the diadem, one piece of the diadem. Kaman then tried to track the princess. How? In the water? I don't know. But somehow and he's, able to smell her somehow in the water. But she was leading away from where we were. And then we thought about it for a while, and then after that realized that, hey, maybe it's a good idea to just search for the piece of diadem that was in this place. Because she need all three, ma. Oh, it's not enough. All three must have. So, if nothing else, she will come back to us. Yes. And then Kie came out from the sword after I asked Koshi very nicely whether she can come out or not. She came out. I updated her about what happened. And then, then after that, Arawana went to scout ahead the two sides. One side, he found a steaming room. The other side, he found a locked door. And then we decided to go to the locked door because if they lock it, means got thing behind, right? It's a good idea? Yes. So after that, there was some attempt to unlock the door. It didn't work out too well, so Tsunali went there, boom, the door exploded. And then we went inside, and there were 3 plinths inside the chamber that was lit. And that is where we left off.
Yay!
Thank you very much.
So many things.
So many things.
So many.
Right, well, indeed. And I think that's exactly where you will, in fact, find yourself back in this room. I'm going to, on Tailspire, not have you be continuously underwater. Just because otherwise our poor audience just have to have a green screen for the entire time. So instead, I'm going to just have the water at your feet so you know it's there.
Great, thank you.
So that way you can see the colours and various other things that are going on.
Cool.
Because you all have dark vision and a bunch of other things like that, which will allow you to see pretty well in these conditions. So, but cool. So as you come into this room, you do find that there are these 3 plinths with what appear to be 3 glowing crystals on them. I know one of them looks like it's fire, but it's not. It's a crystal that's just giving off an emanation of orange. So, hey, it's a game about imagination. But along those lines, as you step in, you are pretty much where you are sort of swimming here. Right? So Kie is in front, Yrsa is just behind, Barra, Kaman, and then the others coming up the back, including our one and only sort of goose form
Big
Bob.
Bob.
Who is sort of managed to squeeze himself through the door.
He's a goose, I love it.
Indeed. So there are these 3 plinths with these 3 things on them. What would you like to do?
Oh. Is there anything on to that side? That's where we came in from, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can swim around this side if you want to.
Okay.
And if you do so, you find that there is what appears to be a small passageway to the outside.
Back to the outside?
Back to the outside.
I suppose we should examine the plans. Somebody who knows about ancient archaeology.
Okay.
So Samuelson.
Yeah,
Make a survival roll for me while you're there, and carry on. Sorry.
Okay. Okay, I guess we should check out these points.
24.
You think this is one of the actual original entrances, so to this complex. So it would have been, this would have been an antechamber of some sort.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I swim back.
Okay,
I know. The other side got a natural entrance to this place.
Oh, nice.
Original entrance.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty cool. Okay, Samuelson, like, any of these crystals on the plinth look like familiar to you?
Ooh, Well, I mean, I would say that they are really, really rather exciting. Let me, well, this looks...
While he's doing that...
And he just sort of sits there and gets very excited about the cornicing on one of these plinths.
So, for the plinths, are there any symbols on them?
Yes, there's quite a few symbols on them.
Okay.
But you'd need to go up and read them if you wanted to.
I'm going to go up and read them.
Can I have
Dragging Samuelson with me.
Can I have a history check from you?
Sure.
Please?
But can Samuelson assist?
Sure. He's there going, oh, but I haven't seen an example of this period of cornicing from...
Okay.
I'm sure Eijnar knows. Give you guidance.
Because he is skilled in this.
Okay. Eijnar, guide me as I attempt to decipher the beautiful patterns on these plinths. Okay, I'm never really good at interior design. Okay. All right, now, Barra steps up and does big eyes at the plinths to see whether he recognizes any of the symbols.
Indeed.
Okay.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, I've got to roll this.
Oh, that's not bad.
Okay, history? 17.
Okay. What languages does Barra speak?
Draconic and common. I think that's it.
Draconic and common. Okay. You do find that there are clearly there's writing on these plinths, and without touching it. And obviously, because you're underwater, you're having to like swim up to it and try and sort of stay and kind of sort of get a good look at it. But there's clearly writing on it, but you don't recognize the language.
I don't recognize the language. Can I ask Samuelson whether he recognizes it?
He says, "Well, of course, yes, absolutely. This is what I would call it's late period Karambir, but it's from the elven bloodlines. It's not to be confused with the Aquan writing we saw outside. And if we
come on.
if we were to really think about which period of our history of Urtu, really this is probably somewhere of the order of, I want to say about 2,000 years ago.
Kaman drifts over.
And if you look here, the ligatures, as you follow around these...
Can you
What does it say?
Can you decipher what it says?
Do I recognize it?
You read Elvish, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. It says, as you walk up to it...
I'm like drifting in behind as he's
drifting
speaking.
behind it. And you see it says, it's... I'll need you to make just a straight intelligence roll for me. It's not that it's that it's a bit like reading a little bit like Old English. It's not even not that hard,
Presses
honestly.
the button.
Yeah,
18.
yeah, it's plenty.
Wow.
It's plenty. It's just a little bit of like, S's or F's kind of stuff, right? So it's not even Old English. It says 3 tests lie ahead of you.
I read this out.
Whether summer or winter, you must triumph. Ancient words will provide the key or the shield, and for noble protectors who are denied their final rest. But they may listen to arms where voices are unheard.
Can I trouble you to just copy paste that?
I can, yes. Put that in our Discord for you.
Very quick
I
dictation.
am unfortunately not that good at
Yes, and it's
Dictation.
but it's in Elvish though. Sheena.
Typing.
Stenography.
Yes, 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 yes.
Yes, I will
Stenography.
replace it with F's. We'll put in our active chapter. 1 second. No, is it? It is.
So it appears to be a puzzle or a riddle or something that needs to be solved.
It appears to be an archaic set of instructions.
Okay, so there are 3 tests.
Whether summer or winter, you must triumph. Ancient words provide the key or the shield.
Summer or winter. Okay, is it summer or winter now?
I think maybe.
It's sort of equatorial, actually.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're northern, but yeah, it's like it's. I mean, it's kind of always warm.
Okay.
But yeah, technically, right now it would be winter.
Is it accurate for the plinths? The things that are on top of the plinths?
Mm-hmm.
So one looked like it had a fire thing, one looked like it had a
Orange, right?
And one was
Orange,
a
green,
orange
and blue.
crystal.
I see what you're saying. So as you look up, you don't notice any immediate, like the carvings, when you look at them, are repeated. And as you look across this thing, you see that there are, and although Samuelson is still obsessed with the first plinth, right? And it's like, no, you mustn't, right? But as you look at it, the story that you were reading in the prophecy is kind of carved in here. But then there are other stories too. There are other stories of what appear to be different tests of strength and cunning and various other things like that. Almost like in these those ancient Greek urns that used to have the Olympics on them, or when you go to Angkor and you see that the carvings are on the wall. Not quite so grand, but they are still, very much like telling stories and narrating some sort of games or contest.
I look around. Is there some sort of portal or chamber or thing that appears to be behind this?
Yeah,
Do you mean the door?
Oh,
There are
Oh,
two
yeah, yeah.
doors right here.
right there. Point at those doors. I suppose these open those.
Oh, you mean the plinths open the doors?
I suppose if we follow the instructions and the instructions are correct.
Well, Sonali just sort of exploded open a door just now.
Mhm.
And they did say that things would listen to arms, where they didn't listen to words.
Right.
You think we could explode the door?
I don't know. But first, I might see if those crystals are movable. As I drift up towards one of the crystals.
Okay.
Does it?
You your mage hand?
Yeah, drift backwards and use a mage hand to touch the crystal.
Okay. As you
The blue one.
as your mage hand sort of touches the blue crystal, your mage hand winks out.
Okay. So, as I consider that, anybody wants to maybe we shouldn't touch it.
Okay. So, ancient words provide the key or the shield, right?
Oh, the key, yeah, the key. Ancient words provide the key.
So what's the ancient word?
I don't
Oh,
know.
let's say a bunch of ancient words at the door.
Are
What
there more
ancient words
words?
do you know?
Are there more words? Can we go around and see if there are more words?
The.
As you make an investigation roll for me.
Oh, no, I don't want to. I will delegate. Because, if they say got ancient word, maybe you need to go and find ancient word. You guys got better eyes, go see. I just make sure no one beat us.
I look at Barra. Barra, are there ancient words around here?
Wow, it's like it's like broken telephone. Okay. Okay, I investigate. Should I roll investigate?
Yeah, please.
Oh God, I need some help for this.
Yeah, I know. I'm definitely calling Yrsa for this.
Thanks, Yrsa. I owe you 2 secrets. Okay, I have to make some shit up. Okay, investigation.
Investigate.
Okay.
When all they do this, I randomly pray to Eijnar. Yeah, Eijnar. Keeper of secrets. This secret I entrust unto thee. I have realized that it's not so bad to swim, when you can breathe in the water. This is wonderful. I might never take this cap off. Okay, that one not secret. The secret is this. I'm actually kind of happy that Malina ran away like that. Because this might give us the chance to poke her on the head and just carry her home. Fuck her stupid crown. Okay, that's all. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All problems can be resolved.
5
violence.
sessions later. Yrsa, what are you doing? It's Barra plan.
So as Yrsa is doing a secret, I'm just like, okay, alright, okay. So my brother Taryn, yeah, he used to like make fun of me and say I was really girly when I was a kid. I'm like, he would take all like my costumes that I used to play in, and he would like tear them up. He would like throw them in the dung pit, like send me after them. I guess Taryn knows this, and my whole family does, so I'm not sure this qualifies. And nobody here knows this, so don't tell anyone. Okay, there we go. Thanks for your blessing, Yrsa. Okay, then I'm like, I rolled a 23.
23? Okay.
Whoa.
So as you look around, you find the only writing in this entire room, and you feel very comfortable about this, is on these plinths.
Oh, this looks old. Hey, come on. What's it say?
I look for the oldest words on the plinth.
So as they're spread across them, but they all are the same thing that you've just been told, but they're weaving into each other, right? So, go on.
Basically, the writing that I found, I pulled him over to look at that.
Yeah, it's the same
It's
writing.
the
It's the same writing. It's literally
writing.
you've gone over every inch of this place,
Ah,
and you
I
feel
see,
very comfortable with that
sorry.
role that this is
Okay.
the writing that is in this room.
Sorry, what's the oldest word? Forsooth.
They're all old.
Okay. What words do we still use now? I can take out all the is's and the r's and the they's. You know, what's the most archaic word you see?
No, I look at it.
Okay, you know what? Let's repeat it. Let's repeat it to the door.
I mean, there's substantial conversation about whether the earliest words were run or
Hold on,
duck,
I have silence.
or maybe it was rain or food.
Hey, shh. It's okay. Might be bad guys after us, okay?
Oh, I see. Philistines. Right.
Okay. Okay, should we just go shout it at the door? Sonali, what do you think? You're the smart one. Sonali, like based on what we've been discussing, should we shout the words at the door?
I'm not really a shouting at doors person.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's good. You should try it. I find it like relieves stress. You want to try it?
Right,
Like, do you
sure,
read Elvish?
I can.
No.
Why? What am I doing here? Who are the? I know these people. Who?
Oh.
No, it doesn't seem to help me at all.
Oh yeah. Okay. Did you feel better?
No, not even the slightest.
Maybe you should sing it. You know, it's like like if you sing it, then I heard like if you sing your problems, like that makes you like you're like a princess. You know, it's like
Which door do you want to open?
I don't know. Can we shout loud enough for both of them?
I don't have any idea whether the shouting will help. But if you want to shout at the door, I'll shout at the door. What are we shouting at the door, Barra?
The command will show us.
Yes, the oldest word I know is Boulder!
We should always
Okay.
shouting it.
I just shout it randomly.
So on 3 then.
Sure.
Okay.
Right,
door-
ready? And he
which
looks
door-
at the other 3 and we go.
Any doors is good.
Oh,
The nearest one.
Kie's pretty lucky. She's a halfling. Kie, which door should we shout at?
I know the puzzle says ancient words, but I don't think the doors are actually voice activated.
But it says the ancient words of the key.
Yeah.
Oh, let's try it. It could hurt.
Okay. How are the words carved onto the thing?
So they're repeated, and so they're carved in there. They're sort of very crisply, and almost surprisingly for the time it's been since then. Despite the fact it's underwater, everything else, they've held their cuts very neatly, so you can actually read them. You can't read Elvish, right? So you can see that they're distinct and clear, and you're able to read them very clearly. So you presume there's some sort of magical preservative on it.
Okay.
But they're carved onto the plinths themselves.
Right.
But with your investigation roll and just another inspection, you can see that there are 2 plinths where the way that the phrasing works is that one of them has the phrase with the key and the shield beginning on the top of the plinth. On each of these, one starts with the keys, one starts with the shield.
Ah.
Do they look revolvable?
No, I mean you can always try.
The one with the key, is it the one with the fire on top?
It's not fire. It's an orange crystal.
Roll a d6 for me.
Sorry. 3.
It's the one with the fire on the top, yeah.
Okay.
Meaning not relevant. Yeah.
So
wait, one has the 3, right?
3.
One has the key and one has the shield on top.
Well, it's not that they have the key and the shield. It's that you've noticed with the ridiculous investigation roll that actually because this phrase is just repeated again and again and again. This makes like a poem, right? It's just on the first one. The poem starts with 3 tests lie ahead of you, right? And the second one starts pretty much with ancient words provide the key and shield, right? And the third one also says ancient words provide the key and shield, even though it then repeats itself. It gets to the end of the poem and the stanza starts again, almost as if it's been manufactured and then cut to size.
okay.
Right.
Almost.
Well,
I don't know if this matters.
yeah, that's true. So that might be the key. In which case, that's the one with the orange crystal, right?
Orange crystal. Yeah.
But apparently that doesn't matter.
No. As in which one? Yeah. Doesn't matter. Yeah, agreed. But now you've identified it. It's defined. Yeah.
The thing is, they don't seem to be torn about.
Well,
I thought maybe it's like those locks, you can rotate.
yeah.
But it's not.
Well, there was magic that was preventing his mage hand from grabbing the crystal, so maybe we could try that again.
So
Which one did you try to grab?
The orange one.
the blue one.
Oh, the blue one.
Was the blue one with the...
The blue one is the one that has the words 3 tests lie ahead of you.
You want to mage hand this one?
The orange one?
Yep.
Could try it. Kaman just sends up the mage hand. Let's see what happens.
Your mage hand blinks out of existence.
Yeah, that happens.
Ah. Okay. Well, hey, have you called that
Oh.
boyfriend of yours out yet?
Well, I have thought about it, and I don't really want to do that anymore.
I'm sorry, what is this about?
Oh, like a boyfriend?
Barra's asking me to get Ryaka out the sword.
To do
Yeah,
what?
like if he's like a relative of the Dragon Emperor, he might be familiar with these premises.
Ah,
Might
that
be
makes
able to give us
sense.
a hand.
Yeah.
Maybe you can see what's going on.
Has he been here before?
No, I don't think so.
Have you
But-
asked him whether he's actually been here?
Yeah, I'm thinking of asking whether Koshi can send a message again.
Oh, yeah.
Koshi,
Yes.
could you send a message
How
for
can
me,
I
please?
how can I help you, oh
Actually,
great
you
descendant
ask.
of
He's
mine?
nicer to you.
Cause, wait, hold on. I need to touch the sword. Koshi.
Yes, how are you?
Hi.
Yeah, how are
very
you?
good. Yeah, we're good. It's
Good,
just,
good.
yeah, I'm so sorry. I know it's not very nice to make you do this, but then we had a question for Ryaka. Then we were wondering if you can help us to ask him. Actually, can he talk in Kie's head like the way you do?
No, not really.
Ah, okay. I understand.
Also, it would be a bit distracting, wouldn't it?
Yeah, so many voices in your
But
head.
also, they'd spend all day sending messages to each other, wouldn't they?
That is also true.
Oh no, I miss you. I miss you more. I miss you. I miss you more.
No lah, so far it sounds like they are quite strong and silent, you know. They pretend
Oh,
don't like
I
each other.
brood at
kind
you.
of
I
thing.
brood at you more. I brood at you. I brood at you more.
Wait, can I hear this?
No.
Okay.
So anyway, yeah. So I'm going to pass you back to Kie now. She got question.
Right. Yeah. Good. Nice to talk to you.
Oh yeah, it is very nice to talk to you. Okay, go ahead.
Hey, Koshi.
Yes.
Can you do me one small favor, please?
Sure. Nothing
Could
else
you-
I'm doing, is there?
Yes. Yes, you work hard. Thank you. Can you ask Ryaka whether he knows anything about the Dragon Emperor's dungeon? Or wherever we are?
Sure.
I think it's his palace.
Oh, but this palace? Whether he's been here, anything he knows? Whether he might want to come out?
I can ask him.
Yeah.
Here's the thing that I need you to think about. Because when you are the wielder of the sword, you don't ask the inhabitants of the sword to do things. You compel them.
Am I still in this group chat?
And I can't but help hear what happens in this sword. Which is why, as much as I tease you, I'm pretty comfortable with your training regime. But I don't know that. I don't know. It's your choice. I can compel Ryaka to speak to you if you wish.
No, I don't want to force him to do anything.
Then it's harder.
What do you mean?
When you're in the sword, you're in your own soul. You can speak with Ryaka, you can train, you can speak with me, you can train. Slightly different because it's my soul as well. This sword is kind of a thing, right? But I designed this sword to not really be a social club or a method to keep in touch with friends. Some sort of sword book or something like that. But this is not really designed that way. A swordogram, or I can't think of a good phrase. I'll pivot one day. But instead, it was meant to be a prison, a fate, and those within it were mine to be compelled, and I their jailer. So it's not really a scenario of you inviting Ryaka out. You can compel him to come out if you wish.
I do not wish that.
Then I'll carry a message for him. What is it you wish to know?
Whether he knows anything about the Dragon Emperor's palace.
I will return.
Thank you.
A few seconds later, he says, he knows a great deal about the Dragon Emperor's palace. He says you're not in it, though.
Oh,
What?
Oh, so this must be one of the prisons or one of the locations for the diadem that was scattered to.
Right.
There are 3 pieces. This
Okay.
must be one of the locations.
Okay, yeah, because yeah,
Not the palace itself.
it's basically one of the three guardians took the diadems to this place. Okay. Cool. Oh wow.
Yeah.
Ah, thanks for the
Hello,
raid.
nice raiders.
Hello, raiders. Okay.
But yeah, so there's a yeah, he comes back and says, yeah, you're not in it.
So, everyone, I just spoke to Ryaka. He can't come out because
Like what he's washing his hair.
That's all right.
He's, like clipping his toenails.
Look, we've got to
I know,
do something. Otherwise, we're going to be stuck
Okay,
out
look.
here.
Look. We need to find out whether the stuff on the crystals on the plinths they're relevant to opening the doors. And like, why can't your hand get to them? Can you like detect what sort of magic is on the plinths?
I could, yes. You just take me 10 minutes.
I mean, it's okay. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, I will take the two brothers and go and examine the doors.
Yeah, go ahead.
I cast detect magic ritually. It takes 10 minutes.
You cast ritual detect magic.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. It'll take 10 minutes, as you said. So, as you're going to go and inspect these doors that are here. Great. Make a.
Barra wants to come along?
Okay, I'll go along. Okay, yeah, so now let's go check out these doors. They're pretty cool, aren't they?
Yes. I mean, I think it's more Samuelson's thing actually,
Oh,
but
yeah?
Samuelson's thing. But he's.
Oh no,
That's-
you don't like to just like check out the different sites, different places. It's just like a nice glow coming from the plinths. It's kind of romantic, don't you think?
If I wasn't dealing with the immediate like trauma of missing a chunk of my memories,
yeah.
Barra, I think I would completely agree with you.
Yeah,
And
sorry, I forgot about
if I
that.
might say, you're filling out those trousers really nicely.
Oh,
But
thanks.
but at the same point, I'm just curious to see the strange sort of psychological stitching that's going on inside my brain right now.
Yeah, okay.
It's kind of why I'm a bit distracted. I've got to admit.
Okay, yeah, no, don't.
I mean, but
Sorry.
nice part.
Thanks. Yeah, okay. Yes, sir. Snarly thinks that amnesia is more distracting than my trousers. I just feel a bit inadequate.
I didn't actually say that.
Oh shit! I don't.
You're literally there. You're just literally there.
Barra, I hate to break this to you, but the size of your trousers are usually very important to you, but not so much to other people. And yes, she is correct in that her mental trauma is a bigger deal right now.
Yrsa, she is here, and I like his trousers, and I like what's filling
I
them.
know,
It's very
I know.
nice.
But sometimes boys need to learn that the penis is not the end of everything. Sorry, excuse me.
Do the other two?
I know he
Seen
looks
as
quite
that, right?
grown up, but he's actually very young still.
Do the other two ropes also go like? All the guys are like ashamed.
I thought he was. Okay, interesting.
Nothing wrong with the big penis. It's fine.
Okay, that
but
wasn't what I was
I'm
talking
getting
about.
a little bit
The life
uncomfortable
is
now.
bigger than that.
Let's maybe
Yeah, we have bigger troubles
I'm a
right
little bit.
now.
I feel a little bit like my personal space is. Anyway, yeah, let's inspect
You're
these
the one
doors.
who brought up your trousers.
Okay.
In fairness, it's sort of just sprayed on it, aren't
Look, doors.
There's a lot of look involved. I
I'm
think.
investigating the doors. Look, I'm rolling a d20.
Big
they? You are pretty much at my height.
There we go.
This is,
Hey,
all I was saying was.
hey,
that-
roguey friends. You want to help me investigate these doors?
Sorry, Barra, did we catch you at a funny time?
Alright. Just consciously making sure he's not too excited by this conversation.
Sometimes you walk too fast, I turn around,
Anyway,
suddenly get stabbed in the eye.
Well, I
I'm
definitely
rolling.
occupational
Hey,
hazard.
I'm assuming one of them is helping me investigate the doors, in which case I will roll an investigation.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Oh, hey, before we do anything more, as the acolyte of Agatha, the lady's blessing be upon you. I cast bless.
What do you need it for?
I don't know, just in case something comes out the door or something.
Not yet.
I'm not
Yeah,
sure.
at
I'll
least
take it
last
back.
for a minute.
I'll take it back.
Yeah.
I'll take it back.
The fake blessing can. You know, the
I'll give you confidence.
Ah.
What a wino. Look at my tattoo. Okay. And then, are they assisting me? In which case I'll roll 2.
Sure.
Oh, wow. Oh, it's consistent. Bad
She's
rolls.
rolled her second set of 2s and 7s.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
they're just like the worst.
So
like,
if you
deck.
play poker,
It's a
Yeah.
pretty bad poker hand, yeah.
it's
Yeah.
the worst hand in poker.
Okay, well,
In Mahjong, it's a very flexible. Wait for 2-7. To win. Never mind.
13.
13?
Yeah.
So both Cham and Armana and yourself can look at these doors, and you swim up to them a little bit, and you feel very comfortable. These are doors,
These are doors.
and they're like, yeah, definitely. They're going to huddle with you, and you think about it a great deal, and 100% these are doors.
These are
And-
definitely
They're not
doors.
illusions. They're not monsters. They're definitely doors.
Hey guys,
Sorry,
These-
terrible roll.
these are doors. Okay.
Yes.
They're not monsters. No
Yes.
illusions.
Okay.
10 minutes later.
Cool. 10 minutes later, as you guys are all wandering around, being terrified of doors, you find that actually the glow of your detect magic spell just, and you see that there's pretty much a surface level of magic on most things, on the doors, on these plinths, on the sort of what appear to be the gems or the lights on top of them, on these underwater lights that are sort of visible in front of you. But specifically, these are all relatively simple abjuration magics. On the three
Crystals.
crystals,
Oh,
however,
okay.
you see something slightly different, right? You see that the one crystal has got a the green crystal, pardon me, sorry, the orange crystal has got a conjuration magic on it, as well as a little bit of abjuration, and the blue crystal has a stronger sort of different flavor of abjuration on it. So 2 abjuration magics.
Okay. And the green one.
The green one appears to just have that simple same abjuration tone that everything else in them does.
Okay, I tell everyone this, and then I say, I'm almost on the verge of randomly casting spells at this. I'm stuck, folks.
Abjuration.
What do you see? What do you see?
Yeah, so I tell you all there's standard abjuration magic, but then the orange one has more of a conjuration focus.
What is conjuration spells?
Summonings.
You've tried lifting the green crystal already, right?
I haven't touched it with the mage hand.
You want to try?
Sure, I have mage hand the green crystal.
Okay, you may then just close it to it, and
Yeah.
And that's probably the abjuration magic.
So if that's the case, I don't know what will happen if we touch it. Maybe something will come out.
Well, only one
Okay.
way to find out.
So the green one is above the 3 test slide ahead of you, Flint, right?
yes, that is correct. So 3 Tesla ahead of you, then it's, I believe it's key, then shield. Whichever one's first.
Yeah,
Sorry.
the key is the orange one.
Key's the orange one, then shield's the blue
Shield's the one. Well, there's only one way to find out.
Okay.
And
Do
Who's-
the plinths look like they have buttons or anything? How high are they?
I will show you, because I will bring in Yrsa into this picture.
Oh, thank you.
That isn't Yrsa.
Okay.
That is the side of the plinth.
Okay. So I assume that at one point this place wasn't meant to be submerged, right? It was only after Nadran fell
Mhm.
and the whole thing went underwater.
Seems plausible, yep.
So assuming that this place should have been dry, a regular sized elf shoved Kaman in front of the plinth. What would be at a comfortable touching kind of position for them?
None of them are a comfortable touching position,
Okay.
but you can easily imagine that would be, it wouldn't be too hard to perhaps have some steps here, or otherwise that wouldn't have necessarily made it through the kind of cataclysm that
Right.
affected Najran. Especially because the amount of water that's passed through here and everything else. There could have been wooden steps, there could have been a dais, there could have been any number of things.
Sure.
okay.
Okay. So it does say 3 tests. So I'm assuming each one is 1 test, right? Is it
Probably.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
With the summer and winter, you must triumph. Ancient words provide the key or the shield. For noble protectors denied their final rest may listen to arms where voices are unheard. So if ancient words provide the key or the shield, are ancient words magic? Magic are the most ancient words, aren't they?
I guess. I don't know. I don't know magic.
Okay. Unless you have better ideas, I'm going to start casting spells.
What are you thinking of?
Gopnik, fireball.
Firebolt one of them and see what happens.
Okay, I guess.
Unless you have better ideas.
I was thinking of just trying to get the crystal and using it to open the door.
Okay, we need a volunteer to touch the crystal.
Yeah, I'll do it. Everybody stand back. Move somewhere safe. But literally, I get everybody to fuck off.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which one are you touching?
The green one.
The green one. As you touch the green crystal, as everybody moves back ahead of you, this door opens.
Oh,
What?
Well,
Did it?
What happened?
the door opens. Yes, sir.
Ah! I let go of the crystal.
You let go of the crystal and the door remains open.
oh.
Ah,
Yay! I solved a puzzle.
underwater claps.
Alright, let's try the other two. Let's try the other two.
Wait. We open one door at a time.
Okay.
Fair point.
I swim over to them and the other door. Yay! So happy.
So here you are. So what would you like to do?
Oh.
Go inside.
Wait. What if you've got trapped behind the
Okay.
door?
Send the rogues.
Send the room.
Please, I hope you don't mind, but please take a look, see whether got any traps.
Charm, Aramana, go.
I
Okay.
chose Cham. Actually, no, I chose Aramana.
It's super effective.
They head on through. Shook. And
Under the sea.
shook,
Under the sea.
as they wander around the corner. And they come back and you just hear them say, looks like corridor.
Okay.
More corridor. More the same.
Alright, let's
Turns
go.
around to the corner.
Shing.
Okay.
We follow in after them and let them scout ahead.
You're heading through?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can Bob fit?
Can you squeeze through and then continue?
Bob can fit.
Oh
Alright,
yeah.
cool.
Okay.
Sweet.
Okay.
Shook. Cool. So while I'm moving everyone there, I'm not going to immediately dink. And Kie goes here. As you carry on through this corridor, a few moments later, you see that Armana comes back and says, there is a... Probably about the right darkness, isn't it? Okay, cool. Comes back a few minutes later and says, there's a sort of tunnel up ahead that's got some, glowing white rocks and other things like that.
More crystals.
Different crystals.
Oh, we need to touch them all.
Sure. Let's go.
Oh, I still have detect magic, so
Yeah. Swim, faster.
yeah.
If you step into this room here, so swim through. What's the order people are going in?
The scouts, then Yrsa, I'm assuming.
Then me, I guess.
The frontliners. I'll be right at the back.
Cool.
Okay. At this
You've
point.
got detect magic lah, friend.
Yeah lah, but then you'll clear the way for me to go.
I know,
go
you need
forward
to
lah.
see if got magic, then we don't go.
Alamak. Okay, I third.
Where's are you? Oh, you're third, are you?
Third.
I'm a third.
You third, huh?
I third.
Okay. And
It's
Oh,
really
okay.
shitty at
Would
this.
you
where's
guys-
Bob going?
With Barra at the back.
Yeah, I'll stick with Bobby. At this point, will you guys like a blessing? Oh, not yet.
Not yet lah.
Not really. Otherwise, I must waste action to pass it.
I know, but 1 minute.
Sekali no fight. The blessing gone.
Gone.
Okay lah.
This is what you see as you start coming up to the edge of this room here.
Oh.
You see a room that is filled with blue crystals of different sorts.
Oh shit, we didn't figure out what the blue crystal was. Blue crystal was the shield. I mean, it corresponded to the shield.
No.
Key.
It's the blue. Wait, no.
It's correct. Shield. The
Shield.
orange one was the key.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
Okay. So. Okay.
It looks
Okay.
exactly the same as the ones on top of the plinth, is it?
No, these are, well, like they are blue crystals and these are lots of blue crystals. It's like saying, oh, there was a flower and then there's a meadow of flowers. Like there's all sorts of different ones. They're overlaid, different directions, sizes. They're not all the same blue. they're all the same blue in Talespire, but they're not all the same blue in this room. They're all beautiful, though. They are. It's almost all of the iridescent colours of blue in the sea have been then trapped into these sort of crystals, and I wouldn't say you're blinded, but you are exposed like all the way to the right from a magical perspective.
And what magic is it? Is there anything out of the ordinary?
They just all seem to have. They all seem to have basically got a little bit of intan in them. It's not a field of intan. Like, you know what intan looks like in deck magic?
Right.
That gives off a bright golden light. These are almost like they are that they're. Make an Arcana check for me.
Yeah. I used to be able to do this well. I still can.
Because, you know.
12.
Mm-hmm.
12? Yeah, they give off some similar kind of like, vibes to things that you've seen used, or like sometimes intan's used to spice food, for example. Right? Very rich people will spice their wine with intan and things like that because it's just like it's sort of it adds to the
Just
flavor,
'cause you
I'm sure,
can.
and just because you can, right? It's basically like people use gold in perfumes, right? What does it do? Nothing. But it's got a similar sort of thing when you see that kind of intan enriched food or stuff like that. Similarly, these crystals are giving off just like that sort of
Like this dusting of intan.
Yeah, but almost from within.
Okay.
So when he casts detect magic and you ask like what type of spell, is there any type of spell that
And
he
these
does?
ones, no.
Okay,
Just give off
They're
a bit
just
of magical
magic.
vibe.
Right.
They're not enchanted.
And I let you all know this.
Why would people put intan inside the crystals?
Maybe the crystals are grown because crystals naturally form in caves through mineralization, right?
Sure.
So if this area is
Can I just
innately...
get an intelligence check there? Because that sounds like Ed talking. I'm not sure it
It
sounds
is
like
Ed
Kaman talking.
Oh, I rolled a
No,
natural
no
one.
one.
No, so
Make some
actually,
shit up about
crystals
Crystals come from mommy and daddy crystal.
crystals are the leftovers from the giant worms that form these caves.
Mm.
And they're left behind by the worms.
Well, they're like,
Barra, is this real?
roll my intelligence. Oh,
Natural 20!
No, so crystal. They're formed, by like sedimentation in caves, and they naturally form. So if these caves are magical, perhaps, like there's some trace of intan magic that's inside these crystals. Like
Not the giant sea
from a
worm?
long time ago.
Sea worm?
No, my friend, no. I was
grand
like
worm
that.
of the
No,
sea.
it was top of my class in geology back in Nagaranda High. So
Okay.
I know this shit.
Oh.
Punch the wall. Okay?
Nagaranda High, coming to you soon. Thursdays on the
Nagaranda
Fourth
High.
Culture.
Prequel to the Fourth Culture.
Welcome to Nagaranda High. My name's Principal Greybeard.
So I'm assuming this is one of the tests, because the wall got 3 tests, right? So we swim all the way here, got this room. I'm assuming there's a test inside.
Okay.
Yeah.
But did
So I'll mage hand out and touch one of them. If I could put a mage hand and touch one of them and see what happens.
yeah, go.
Sure.
What are you touching?
One of the blue crystals in the field. From 30 feet away!
Cool. Let's see what that is. Dun, 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 dun.
Isn't it a mage hand?
Where
I think
is
it is. Mage hand.
So if you get
30
30 feet away, it's 37 feet just to the ledge here.
Yeah.
So you can touch one right just by here if you like.
Yeah, so I just...
And you can get in a bit closer.
Let's see if I can pick it up.
Are you there?
Yep.
Actually, that's Sonali what we're talking about.
Oh, she's not. Oh, okay.
She's got the trident.
Yep, you got the whole staff there. You got the teleport staff. So as you step forward,
Winky stuff.
pop your mage hand out. Your mage hand goes off and touches one of these things, and
Try and pick it up.
they seem quite large.
Oh, okay.
Ignore the fact that I may have been a bit sloppy and left some hanging in the air.
That's alright.
By the by,
So it goes...
fix it in post, folks.
And does anything happen? No?
Not that you can see.
Okay, it's too big for my mage hand to pick up.
Okay, no problem. Oh, I can do this. I can do this. Ha!
Yrsa's gonna touch everything in this dungeon.
Okay, I swim to the... Oh, he's already past the threshold, is it?
Mm-hmm. No, Kaman has not yet passed the threshold.
Okay, I will swim up to the threshold and look around to see if there's any kind of like.
Have the rogues inspected this area yet?
Yeah. Have the rogues inspected this area? Where did they reach up to?
They came to here.
I've asked them to go and check out the area. We
They
just
look
met.
at you and go, "You go and check out the area."
I guess that's how this is going to proceed.
Okay, I'll look around and see whether there's any kind of, I don't know, irregularity, like a hole in the wall where arrows might shoot out, or you know.
Do you?
Make an investigation roll.
Yeah. Do you want me to do that instead?
Yeah, if you like to.
Okay, I've been rolling really well today.
Okay, then I'll do it myself.
Oh no! Don't mind.
You did a 20 last round.
Oh, that's true. I did.
It's true.
You want me to do that? You want me to do that?
Okay.
Okay, I can. I come.
I scared.
Okay,
sorry.
brave. Okay, Captain. Don't worry. I'll help you.
Roll outside the dice tray.
I always scared because you cross the door, only things might fall down.
Yrsa is with you every step of your way.
With me every step of the way.
Yes.
Okay, alright. Thanks. Nagaranda.
Are you rolling a d12?
I don't know.
Ah.
Yeah, that's a 25.
Wow.
And you were looking for?
Like any mechanisms, like Yrsa said, any like holes in the wall, arrow shafts, any laser beams.
With a 25, you feel very comfortable. In your immediate area around you, there is no laser beams.
What is your definition of immediate area?
Well, I mean, you can't really check for traps more than your body length away, right? You can have a good old
Like
look and
hole.
see holes and things like that. You don't see any murder holes or anything like that. But you certainly couldn't, for example, check for traps in the middle of this room or by these doors at the other end of it, for example.
Ah. Okay. Oh, maybe. Okay. All right. So, okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna. Okay, I said like. So I'm like almost 7 feet tall, and there are no traps within a 7 foot radius of myself. Okay.
You feel pretty comfortable that this entrance isn't trapped.
This entrance is not trapped.
Wonderful.
Everybody come through, but not too far.
Oh, yours, Yrsa.
Sure. I swim up to the edge where the crystals begin.
Okay, so Barra says everyone come through and everyone moves their way through.
Oh, what's Bobby doing? No, Bobby, stay back.
Bobby's with you.
You said come through. And then Yrsa comes over here. And then you were going to swim up to these crystals.
Yep.
Cool.
Uh-oh.
Please make a Constitution save for me.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no, Yrsa's good at that.
Yep. She's fine.
Good.
Oh no.
I am not. 7. I rolled 2.
Cool. That's unfortunate. You are taking
Oh, shit.
Oh, shit.
No.
not much. 2 points
Oh.
of force damage,
Okay.
and as you do so, you feel the a sort of pressure of water push you into this room from behind you. There's no
Door's
inlet
closing.
in theory,
Oh.
but this force pushes everybody in 10 feet
Ooh.
through here, unless you have either a freedom of action or something that stops you being moved by external forces, which I don't think anyone does.
Nope.
There is then what appears to be a sort of a door, a closure of force that just appears in this doorway here, and you hear in your mind the rushing of water and a sort of cracking noise of some sort.
Uh-oh.
Oh no. Quick, glass and bless.
As yeah, there you go.
No name set.
I'm set. I have no name. So set.
We are being
Oh
attacked
no,
by
it's
no name
giant
sets.
clams!
No giant
Oh,
clams.
no.
What?
What are they?
Water elementals.
Water elementals that appear to have their bodies missing, but I will fix this by just copying a couple. Excuse me 1 second.
The giant clams.
Yes, the giant clam. Come here. Put another couple there. Pardon me. Then see here, move along as these as a group of water elementals. Oh, little baby ones.
Oh.
Hello,
Are they hostile? If they are, shall we roll initiative?
Why don't you do that?
Oh.
Why not?
Oh,
As I
rolled
fix
a bunch
the-
now, yeah.
Oh, what a
I
time
spent-
to roll.
I spent
Yes.
hours getting this to work earlier, is it? No.
Yeah, well said.
Give me
He-
your number.
Oh, wait. That's why I was like, why is that not right?
24.
Wow,
This works.
it does.
Okay.
24. What else?
Ed is-
21.
So 24, 21. I'm at 12. So you know.
You?
I was at 18.
Then you.
Wow, we're going pretty quick.
Do we need to roll for Bob?
I will roll for Bob, and I will roll for the others as well.
Okay.
Let me put this one here. Cool. Done.
Dun.
Right. So, as you see inside this room, two large swirling vortices kind of form themselves into these sort of initially these faces of just power and water as they light up these lights. You see the sort of almost these eyes and this more forming in foam, right? And then behind that, because you think, wow, that's pretty scary, right? But then behind that, you see even larger sort of almost rips in the water. Into the elemental plane of water as these two, like, oh, it's baby elemental, and that appears to be daddy shark, right? It's like daddy elemental kind of steps out, and then mommy elemental steps out next to it. And you see two very, very large elementals and three smaller ones in this room. I am going to take your initiative rolls. Give me 1 second.
We have Oh yes. Yeah, roll your own, but we've got
I will, thank you.
Postman.
Thanks, Joe. I will.
Sing
I will. I appreciate that. Give me the numbers.
24 for me.
Kie.
Yep.
21. Come on.
18.
And 12.
12.
for Barra.
You got it. And then we're going to go with. That's very good.
Oh.
We have 2 songs going on.
No, isn't it the same one? But
Yes,
yeah,
we
yeah,
have.
it's remixed.
It is.
Oh.
it works though.
Yeah, it's nice. I like it.
Well, we should keep that going then. And then that was. Okay. Okay.
Fighting.
You got it. Right, so. Yeah, okay. Good job, me. Yay. The elementals will go on 16. Good. Okay. Now, going first then will be Armana.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, them people. Who looks across and then
I need that pack of magnets that's behind
Meh.
under your on the yeah, there you go. Yeah. Throw!
Yay.
Extra.
right, who looks over at the party and at Sonali and then goes, okay. And we'll 2, 3,
I don't know why we need you.
here, and pulls a crossbow out from.
Those work underwater.
They do work underwater, and readies an action to fire. Stop. Okay, good. Then it's going to now be Kie. It's you.
Go here.
Which one is closest to me? How close?
Baby elementals.
What do you use to attack them with the Armana?
Crossbow.
He's ready in
the
action.
crossbow.
Okay.
Are we gonna just attack? Or like try to communicate or anything?
He's looking at you, going, "I'm waiting for you."
Mm.
Yeah,
Go for it.
I think we should go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I go right up to it and use my sword.
It is a long way. So let's
How
see.
far?
Great question. From Kie to the nearest elemental is 70 feet.
Oh,
Mm.
okay. Then I just move to get to him.
Okay. So how far do you move? 40?
45.
45? Ooh. 45 plus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Get to here. Okay, that is 45-ish. Just double check. Oh, yeah, give or take. Yes.
Don't worry, Kie. We'll heal you.
So you can now action, bonus action, and that's it. Yeah.
How much is my dash again?
Your dash, if you want to do it, would be another 45. But that would be using your action to do so.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess I would dash and then I have another action, right? Because I have 2 actions.
No. You have action, bonus action. So you can act, you can move,
Right.
act, and then bonus action, and then you have a reaction if you want to. So you can use your bonus to dash and use a key point for Step of the Wind. Or you can use your action to dash, but then you won't be able to attack.
I can do unarmed strike for bonus action.
Only when you've made an attack, I believe, right? I think so. Just double check, but I think it's when you have attacked in the round.
Oh, that one's just a regular unarmed strike.
Oh, you don't have to use it for a bonus?
Yeah.
You can always just piak the guy with your bare hand because you are, monk.
I thought you had to use a key point for that. I thought it was only
Slap people with your bare hands?
for a bonus action.
Oh.
But this is under bonus action, it says unarmed.
It is, and if you make an attack, I think the rule is, if I recall correctly with the monk, if you make an attack with a regular, you can then use your bonus action to attack.
I have to do action, okay. Okay, I think I have my throwing thing. It throws 20 feet, do I hit? No, it doesn't.
It's 35 feet, 37 feet away.
25 away, yeah.
35.
Yeah, we can't see where she is right now.
She's here. Oh, she's underneath Joan. 1 second. They'll move.
Aha! Rotation. Well done.
It's like a football match.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I can't do anything from that distance.
And you could use Step of the Wind to get into combat.
Yeah. Or you can use your little baby dragon fire.
Not enough.
Ah.
Yeah, that's not enough. Yeah.
Yeah, you do Step of the Wind, man. Then.
Okay.
Up next is Ued.
Okay, then I use Step of the Wind.
Yep, so use the key point, and then you get to make a full movement with that Step of the Wind if you want. So you can move
Yeah, so
up
I
to
go
45.
right up to the...
So there is there are 3 babies or the parents. Which one would you like to go to?
I guess the baby first.
Yeah. So just 2 of them in the range. There's left and there's right.
Right.
Got it. That's 40 feet. So Shook brings you right into combat.
Yay!
There you go. As you get close up to the front of it, and you realise that it's not. I mean, it's nice and obvious inside Tailspire, but in the reality of what Kie is facing, you're not facing a discrete creature from the water that's around you. You just are. You're moving into an area that's just denser and is rippling with, almost like the way that when you go diving, you see a thermocline of different coloured water come in because it's like it's colder water that's coming in from a different current. In the same way, this is just like colder, denser, more powerful water that just ripples around you as you come close to it. Make an attack roll.
Again, reroll.
Half luck. Oh wow! Half luck. Hey, I've done that for a few games. Go on.
Oh my god!
Do it again.
Do it again.
Okay, 12 plus 9.
That's a hit.
Yay!
My damage.
All we asked for with the dice tower is variance. All we asked for was variance.
My damage is 1 plus 5.
6 total. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. That's with the sword of Koji.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, you do 6 points damage to the elemental,
Oh goodness.
you then get to attack again, I believe, right? Because you get 2 attacks.
Yes,
to the monk.
I do. 3 plus 9.
12.
12's not a hit.
Oh shit.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, it's all good. It's all good.
Okay.
It's all good.
Thanks for the dice tower though, it's great.
It's doing better than it was.
Yeah.
So 6 points damage for the first one, right?
Yeah.
So cool. You got it. Okay, as you kind of burst through the water and kind of make your way along, and then with the first one, with the sort of caution for the first hit. The second one just kind of, you're kind of like, what the hell am I hitting? I'm just kind of waving it into water, but yeah, kind of whooshes out the way and around you. As we then go to Ed, you're up next.
Okay. But she's hit it. That's what's most important. I'm close to 60 feet.
You're close to 60 feet from which, sorry?
From that creature that she attacked.
You got it. So, creature she attacked to... it's really not very much further, so it's just one whole square further in. There you go.
And then I told it did it. Make a wisdom 17 save, please.
Oh.
It has no wisdom modifier, so it fails.
Oh, yay!
Yay.
It takes necrotic damage.
Okay. No resistance. Yep.
God, D12s. 14 plus 5, 19.
Oh,
19
nice.
points damage. Very, very nice.
It has been told.
Dun, 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 na, 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 na.
So you hear, you speak Aquan, don't you?
Yes, I do.
You hear,
Oh, that sounds kind of sad.
Sorry, dude.
What
but
did you
that was it.
Yeah, and I am done.
Huh.
What did you say?
Ow!
Okay.
Huh.
Oh, wait, I still have a reaction there. Hello? Are we supposed to be not fighting you in Aquan?
Cool. As it is then going to be, you also get bonus action if you want.
Yeah, that was it.
That's done. Cool. We then go to Yrsa.
I look at Kaman. Wait, what?
I said in Aquan, so it was blue, 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 blue.
Yeah, it's like.
When you say what? I asked if we were not supposed to be fighting them.
So how?
I don't know. I don't know.
God damn it! I pull out my bident that I took off the sea elves from earlier, and my shield, and then I will. Should I bother raging? I'll start swimming towards the one that Kie has engaged.
Okay.
I'm going to stand on the left side of her.
Okay. And how far can you move?
I can technically move 40 feet, so 20 now. I can bonus move as my goblin self. Another 40, which is another 20. Nimble escape.
So 40.
Eh?
What? What's going on? Why is my planar thing happening? It's very confusing, excuse me.
I'm sorry. I'm a fool. I can't.
Why?
Nimble escape is disengage or hide.
Oh,
God damn it.
I have sort of wondered, but then I never bothered reading it. So that's my fault as much as yours. Don't even worry about it.
Sorry.
So, okay, so putting aside this minor issue here of that, let's see if we go. So you want to go 40 feet. I'm doing this because I can't draw in a straight line otherwise. Okay, cool. 40 feet gets you to about here, in any direction. So where would you like to be?
Okay, I can't reach then. I'll move forward. It's fine.
Okay, so to about there.
Yeah.
Cool.
As she moves forward, I scream. Yell an ancient word! Any ancient word you know!
Yrsa. Mother!
Mother?
Mother.
Okay.
That's quite an odd word, I assume. Yeah, I can't reach, that's all I do.
You can use your that was your dash and your
Yeah,
action.
so apparently I cannot dash.
Oh right, because it's not disengaged. Got it. Okay. Yes, you still have a bonus action.
There's nothing I can do. I'm okay. I'm done for now.
Okay, cool, gotcha. So you're not raging.
I'm not raging.
Cool. All right. Then we go to Snarly, who will look at this room, and she will.
Meet your soul. No shit.
No, she and you wish. She will. take a step over to this side a little bit and focus, and we'll cast.
I would kill him.
Second. She begins to cast a spell, and up next will be Armana. Come over this way.
Armana went.
Sorry, Cham.
Cham.
And then it's going to be you and Bob going at the same time, Joe. So I think you have higher dex. What's your dex?
Dex is
+1.
+1.
Oh no, Bob has higher dex.
Oh,
Okay,
wow.
fair enough.
Okay.
So, but what Sonali does is you see her focus for a moment, and then we'll cast Freedom of Movement on Yrsa,
So fierce.
and also on Cham.
So very fierce.
So she then appears to be concentrating. Bob will sort of look around and go, nobody told me what to do. Don't do what Kaman does. Okay, what am I doing?
He asked me what I'm doing.
Yeah.
What he's doing.
So Bob first and Barra, is it?
He's well first and back.
Okay, Bobby. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. You're gonna. What abilities again? I can't remember. He can attack twice, right?
Yeah, he's got multi-attack. He can grab things.
Okay. If any of them looks like they're gonna attack, you move as fast as you can, and you grab it. Okay, and then you make sure that it can't attack. Okay.
Got it.
Good boy.
So he will move. He gets to move.
Standing right next to you, Kaman says, Barra, they're made of water.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be kind of hard to grab water.
Oh yeah, that's true. Well, you're standing right next to me. Why don't you tell him what to do?
I just did.
Yeah, why don't you tell him what to do?
He's your kid.
Dying.
He's your kid.
You're his uncle. You're his adopted uncle.
He has specific instructions not to listen to me.
Bob is readying an action. It is now your go-to.
Okay. So none of these elementals have moved yet. How far apart are they?
They're all lower down the initiative order.
How far apart are they?
In terms of from each other or from you?
From each other.
I know why you're asking. I'm very happy. The two smaller ones are 40 feet apart from each other. They're about 40 feet. There's like a row of 3 and a row of 2.
So if I were to cast Hypnotic Pattern,
which has a
30-foot cube range.
30-foot cube range. Okay, let's have a look.
Ooh.
Might not be thing you want here. Let's have a look. So 30-foot cube.
Uh-huh.
Maybe get that one.
I'm gonna avoid Bob.
Clearly.
Please.
You might get that one. There. You might get them.
What about if I targeted the ones behind? Would I get all of them?
Let's have a use the sphere. So 30-foot sphere. So 30-foot sphere is.
Oh, this is 60 across.
Oh yeah, it's not right. Yeah,
Yeah,
it'd be the other way around. So that'd be 15 across, right? So
Yeah.
So it would be 15-foot sphere.
Probably could catch up to 3 behind, right?
Yeah, you could probably get 3 of them.
If you wanted to maximize.
If I wanted to get the big ones. in
You
the
could try and
back.
get the 3 big ones, or the 2 big ones.
Yeah, 2 big ones and
2
the one
plus
and
one.
the little one in front.
Give it a go.
Okay. Cast.
What do you do?
You obey my commands. And then I play a note on my Slayer guitar of awesome. And then yeah, I cast Hypnotic Pattern.
And you do so again, sort of power chords, like the scorpions,
Shang!
sort of blaring out. as you kind of lose yourself in that music. The water lifts your rocking hair backwards and sort of like, even though Barra has short hair.
That was long.
Is it?
Yeah, long.
Oh, fair enough.
It's
Okay.
long hair,
Then,
Wisdom
then
17 save, please.
okay.
Avocado.
Which is a what save?
Wisdom
Wisdom.
17.
Okay, cool. So, or they are paralyzed.
They are incapacitated.
Ooh.
You
They
have
have
to
a
tell me
speed of
how.
Charmed, incapacitated, speed of 0.
Cool. Okay, so it appears that certainly this one in the middle.
Oh no, is that it?
No, let me try and. I can't do a thing. So
Give it a hat.
this one
Uh-huh.
and this one are appear to be a swirling orbit of water around the fish that's fucking a musical note.
Oh,
As these
my
two then
goodness.
can like create this sort of like Jupiter's rings
Okay.
around the strange sort of musical pornography that appears to happen.
Great.
This large one here, on the other hand, appears to just go. Doesn't seem to notice what's going on. So we will then go to. Okay.
Bonus action.
Yes.
It's been too long, my friend. Take on my Jason Momoa form.
Oh, okay, fair enough. The Momoa.
The Momoa. Hang on there. Yeah, okay. Command. So basically, if I'm not in range, I think command has a range of 60 feet.
But
so-
you have to use a bonus action to take on the Momoa,
that's
and then you can't.
I don't think so.
Oh, you don't have to use the
That's
action?
what- Yeah, then I can still command. I mean, it's what we've been doing throughout the campaign.
Okay.
So I think, yeah.
Okay, so it doesn't cost an action to do it.
No.
Okay. Well, we'll check that in a minute. But yeah, it's
Okay.
fine. For the moment, you've done that. Even so, check with command as a spell, but they would need to understand you, right?
Oh, yeah. That's true.
As a bonus action, you cast command. Yes.
So you use the bonus action. Does it cost the bonus action to become
Doesn't
Jason
say.
Momoa?
As a bonus action, you expend one use of your bardic inspiration to grant yourself a wondrous appearance.
Oh, shit, sorry.
Mental inspiration,
Oh,
right?
no. Okay.
Yeah.
So you roll Jason Momoa now, and then you can use.
Okay, I am
command
now
in the future.
Jason Momoa.
You got it. Or Conan in this case, because there is no Jason Momoa.
How far away from them am I?
You are about 80 feet, give or take.
Okay.
Wait, just double check. Your mental inspiration or mental majesty?
Majesty.
Majesty, Ramji, it does
Yeah, it
not
doesn't say.
take an
That's
action.
why I think.
Okay, cool, perfect. Well,
Yeah,
then
only
we've
inspiration
been,
does.
we've been doing it right all along.
Okay.
Good.
shit.
Yeah, you are 63 feet from the nearest one.
Oh, frick.
You haven't moved yet.
Yeah, no, but I don't know if they understand me. So. Okay, can I'm gonna. It's a free action to speak, right? So I'm gonna ask. Hey, come on. How do you say flee in Aquan? Say that again. My Jason Momoa voice. Burbly. I move forward 20. Basically, within range of the closest one.
So you can only move forward 15, I don't think, because you don't have a swim
Ah,
speed.
shit! So I'm not close enough.
So I don't think you'll be close enough.
Oh no, wait, but you said it was 73 feet away.
Yes.
So actually, if I move
Ranges,
15
come on.
feet,
50,
60,
got it, you
yeah.
got it, yep. So you should be able to make it to about here, and that puts you at about, just double checking, it should be, just make sure you're in distance. So I need to move you back a tiny bit, but yeah. Okay, cool.
Okay.
So, and then you're going to, so in theory, he wouldn't be able to respond to you because it's not his turn.
Ah, shit.
In practice, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And what's the save on this?
It is a wisdom 17. You can make me roll intelligence to see whether I pronounce it
No,
correctly.
I just made roll 17, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's okay. It's all good. All good. Sorry.
Oh, fuck!
So go,
I say that in Akron. Okay.
Terrible accent. No, it doesn't say anything. Doesn't speak. Doesn't respond. Yeah.
Okay. I have a reaction, but I'm deciding whether to use it. Okay. No, I will not use it. Ah, shit! And I used up my free action, so I can't do anything. Okay.
You got it. As we then go to elemental time. The two that are whirling around the fish thing, that's just, what can you do? The one that is here hanging out with Kie. Okay, so we'll just attempt to beat on you. And yes,
The small one only.
the littler one that's on you right now will attempt to beat on you. Rolling 17 is the first attack, which I think is a miss, and the second one's 19. Probably also a miss, right?
No, 19 you do.
19's a hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you will take 10 points of bludgeoning damage as this sort of wave of force again just like slams into you. And initially you're like, well, it's just water and water, it doesn't really matter. But then you feel almost the other side of the wave push against you the other way as you find yourself just like, just sort of crushed between two sort of pseudopod-like appendages of water that slam into you.
That sounds very painful.
It's a bit awkward, really. As this other one is going to... Let's have a look. It is to move quite the long way in water. That's good. It is going to... It is going to... Oh, yes, sorry. That's a good point. Armor misses. As you're doing that, you see a crossbow quarrel just kind of move its way through the water and then just kind of float off.
Does Bob's held action go off?
Bob's held action does not go off because it would be when someone passes through that space. Because Bob's not in combat. So
I see.
Yep. But in this case, this is going to go. Whoop, come here. There we go.
Are they all acting at the same time?
Yes, they're all at the bottom of the initiative order.
Okay.
And it will head towards Sonali.
No.
In a straight
Does it
line.
pass by me?
It does not, I'm afraid.
Okay.
It was over here. This big one here, however, is going to head over and attempt to.
Was that the one who was...
These two at the back
right, I see.
were the ones that were caught in the hypnotic pattern. And this one at the back will... Well, let's start with the one that's hitting Sonali first. Will attempt to also slam into Sonali. Ouch.
Oh, no.
Rolling a natural 20 and a natural 16.
Shit.
So, two hits will do the natural 20 first.
Ouch.
Okay, so... 30 points of bludgeoning damage straight away.
Mother.
Oh, shit.
Ouch.
And then first of all, Constitution save right there. Cool, she did. And then the second attack will do 9 plus 13, so she'll take 43 points of damage.
Oh my god, is she up?
She appears to be, but she's
Ouch.
she is significantly buffeted.
Hey. There's a 24-hour buffet line.
Okay.
Never mind.
That's that first one. The second one that's come up to Kie in sort of like, don't hit my baby.
Oh, it does speak common. Oh, okay.
Well, it sort of forms as it comes closer to you, you see that holds out its hand. And this one appears to be, like I say, bigger, more majestic, and more terrifying, also more intelligent. And you can see the face that's formed into it has a sort of aquiline nose and a brow that forms. And as it holds out its hand, you see a trident of foam appear in its hand. And it sort of it just sort of materializes into almost like imagine a density of water that's like, just even more dense. And then it stabs you with this trident.
Miss.
Rolling a 24 and
shit.
a 18.
Okay.
So.
Oh, my armor class is 18.
Oh, is it hit? Okay, cool. So, right. So you're going to take.
It's hit.
So you're going to take 16 points in total of piercing damage from the trident. On top of that, you're going to take an additional 10 points of cold damage as the tines of the trident stab into you, and you find yourself like begin to just feel this sort of frost kind of stab into you.
Hey guys, don't forget the inspiring speech.
Yeah.
15 points.
Yeah.
You got it. So
Sonali has it too.
as part of that, Sonali has it as well. Yeah. As part of that, you will have your speed reduced by 10 foot until the next turn of this creature. So in your next round, you'll become 35 monks.
Big guys,
But yeah.
Yes.
That is that. That's that. It's now back to the top of the round, where it is going to be Armana, who will.
Did his radiant action go off?
He did, and he missed. He will, however, now that things are engaged, he is going to turn around, step forward, and attempt to sneak attack this creature. Hey, good for him. First hit.
Nice.
And he will do. Good. Wow. 23 points of damage. That's pretty healthy.
Nice.
He steps into that one. Cool. It is then Kie, it's you.
Okay, so now am I close to the big one and the baby?
Indeed.
Okay.
Mother and baby together.
I guess I try and hit the big one first.
No, continue.
No, the small one. Okay.
Always concentrate firepower.
Okay, then I'll try and hit the baby with my sword.
It's just a small one. It's not a
Okay,
baby.
but he said baby.
He's
it was
trying
a
to
9,
weaken us with his mental
9, so
fuckery.
18.
18's a hit.
Yes.
It is thoroughly mental fuckery. I completely agree.
I rolled a 1 again, so it's 6 damage.
6 damage?
Again. It's a hit. 13 plus 9. I'll roll another one. Ah, yay!
Yay.
6 plus 5.
The variance
11.
on this thing is amazing.
Yes. It's very extreme though.
Thank you for the sub gifts, 70XP as always. Sorry, how much damage total?
6
plus
plus
5?
5 plus 6.
17.
17.
Dun, dun.
Cool.
What's your bonus action?
I will flurry.
Blu-ray.
Remember, dungeon crawler.
Oh,
It's okay if you want
oh
to.
but
It's fine.
I'm
Nothing
still
wrong.
okay. I'm still
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, still okay.
Why isn't it Flurry?
Huh?
Nothing.
Yeah, that's
There's
true.
no
And it's flurry.
Sorry.
Flurry.
Sorry.
Flurry.
Flurry.
Flurry of blast. I think
4
correct.
plus 9.
It's a miss, I'm afraid. It's just a miss.
3 plus 9.
It's also a miss, I'm afraid.
Nice.
Don't forget you have lucky,
Oh
and you have your sword of luck, and you have your dice tower of luck, and
yeah.
priests have come in to bless that side of the table.
So the Formula 1 track.
Okay, I will try 1 lucky.
Because you're lucky.
Am I really?
I don't know.
I'll try 1.
Try one.
Okay, 12 plus 9?
There you go. Yeah, totally.
Okay, so this is 1 hit.
Yeah.
Okay, 5 plus 5 for
10.
attack. So 10.
You got it.
10 more. Yay, worth it.
Worth it.
So it was 17 just now.
Oh yeah, totally. No, it's fine. I was just trying to wonder if it's why it's just +5, but it's okay. We'll work that out later.
Plus 5 for the same sword.
Dun, 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 dun.
As in, unarmed strike, it's a plus 5. 1d6 plus 5, so I rolled a 5.
Oh, I see. It's an unarmed strike. Got it. Fine. As opposed to with the sword of Koshi. Yep. Because you can use the sword.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
Fine.
Yeah.
And also, she counts as a magic weapon.
Yes.
She counts as a magic weapon.
I do?
Yeah.
You're magic to all of us, Lisa.
Oh,
You're level 11 monk.
Yeah, that's true.
You have a lot of.
Level
But
10.
no magic.
Level 10.
10, huh?
Level 10. Level 10.
10.
10,
Level
huh?
10, level 10.
What is this level 11 cheating going on here?
Nothing. Don't have.
Sounds like a haberdashery going on here. Okay.
Clothes appear.
It's clothes everywhere. Right, that's it. So movement, blah, 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 things done, good, okay. And we're then going to, come on.
There's a small one near us, is it?
There is a
In the back
small
line.
one that's going to run over to try and beat Sonali. Well, successfully has beaten Sonali a bit.
No.
Okay.
No beating.
Spiritual weapon it is.
Okay, and where would you like your spiritual weapon to go?
Right next to this bugger, just at the corner of it, closest to his friends.
Here?
Yeah, it's not a bad place to be. Let's roll it. Attack roll for spiritual weapon. Haha. That's a 26.
That's definitely a hit.
Oh yeah. Damage.
Yrsa, you're up next.
Alrighty.
Take
And you have freedom of action.
8 points of force damage.
Okay, you got it.
Then, the next thing I do is that I could walk up to him, beat it, but that would be foolish. So I take out my light crossbow and I shoot him.
Okay, so pre-action, take out light crossbow, and then...
Because the spiritual weapon was the bonus
You
action.
got it.
21 to no, 18 to hit.
It's a hit.
Damage is this is non-magical 3 damage.
As the 3 damage, the bolt goes... Boom, boom. It is non-magical, so that is going to halve. Or did you halve it for me?
Yeah.
So it halves again, thank you.
I am that bad.
Oh...
Only one spell a turn, so I'll live with it. And then I will.
You can always use a cantrip, right?
He used his
Bonus action spiritual weapon. You can always cast a cantrip.
on the action.
You can always cast a cantrip. So basically, the way it works is if you use a bonus action spell, any other spell you cast in that round must be a cantrip.
Oh, then it's
Unless you're a fighter using action surge. No, it's not true. Even then, the bonus action rule is weird.
right.
But basically, if you cast a bonus action spell, you can only cast cantrips.
So
Boom,
I
boom.
I can't order that.
Not now, but you
Yeah,
could have
yeah,
told-
yeah.
yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move a little away, as in forward, maybe to diagonal left about 20 feet.
This way.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, just to spread out a little.
You got it.
Okay, I'm done.
Cool. Then Yrsa, it is you.
It is me. The freedom of movement, does that give me a swim speed?
It means that you are able to move through water. Again, freedom of movement. For the duration, your movement is unaffected by terrain, spells, and other magical effects that can't fuck with you, basically. You can spend 5 feet of movement to automatically escape from non-magical restraints, and additionally, being underwater imposes no penalties on your movements or your attacks.
Yay.
Cool. So in that case,
Basically, you become a monk.
I have the Bident, but is dropping considered... Like, can I drop a weapon and draw another weapon?
Absolutely, you can.
Okay.
Thing to remember is because you're not on a floor, if you drop a weapon, it
You'll
will
float
drop
around.
to wherever it goes.
Yeah.
Cool.
Mhm.
So it's not like normally when you're in a field and you drop things on the ground
Yeah.
next to you. This is just going to disappear wherever it goes. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
I will do that.
What are you doing?
Draw my Frostbrand instead.
Okay.
Icicles in the water. And I'm
Icicles.
like, don't beat the tsunami! I get angry. And then as part of my rage, I can move up to half my movement.
Yes, because you've got that new barbarian thing, right?
That's right.
Oh,
Ooh.
superior.
I don't know what it's called, but it's a thing. Oh, instinctive pounce. Yes, sir.
Instinctive pout.
Pounce.
Oh, okay. It's a bit strange.
Pout is... Yeah, was true. Okay. Yeah, I instinctively pout over there. Don't be my Shunali! So I moved 20 feet.
Very, very anime, isn't it? So it's, cool. Okay, and you're going to go. Which direction are you going to go in?
I'm heading straight towards the one that's attacking Tsunali.
You got it. Okay, so that'll put
Where
you about
is-
here.
Abuse
Okay.
it.
So 20 feet, I don't get there yet, right?
That was your bonus movement.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
still have my movement.
Yeah, which is 40.
So yeah, I will go on. Yeah.
Cool.
That sounds good. And then I will attack it. Like
Do
a
it.
swim-
Do
Straight
your
with
thing.
the Frostbrand. I recklessly attack. Oh, D8s. Yes, my 8 more d8s. Oh, I crack!
Nice.
Okay, so this is 10 plus. Wait, how are we doing crits again? I forget.
So you basically you take all the dice and you maximize them, and then you roll the dice again.
Okay, so this is 10. 8 plus 5 is 13. 13 plus 6 is 19. 19 plus 10 is
29.
29.
Yay!
Created.
That's
Yes,
brutal.
brutal.
So 29 points of damage. Nicely done.
And then second attack. Whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is 19, which is a hit, I assume. 19 plus 8. So this is 9 plus 6.
15.
15 points of damage. Woohoo!
As you kind of like move over and just heave into this thing, and the frostbrand leaves kind of like this sort of icy edge as it cleaves its way through these creatures. And because there's a frostbrand count as cold damage when you attack.
Good question. Hold up. Yeah, the d6 is cold damage.
Perfect. So and you see as it does so, it is leaving sort of like the form of this elemental is beginning to like crystallize with ice around it. It's not sort of it's not stopped, but it appears to be slowing it down as the ice attacks just begin to like force it to have to move the ice through the water rather than just a pure elemental form of its own water.
Nice. Very nice.
Okay, I am done and done.
That's you done. Good, fantastic.
Wait, no, I will do one thing. I will add a superiority dice, blah, blah, blah. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no.
Where'd it go? Yeah. I will do another 2 points of damage so that I can make it such that I gold it with my attack. It's like, beat me lah, you kanasai, you little piece of shit, huh? Beat Sonai for what? And it has disadvantage on all attack rolls on targets other than me until the end of my next turn. It has to make a wisdom saving throw of 16.
Okay.
That's all. I'm done.
Okay. Cool. Party. As we then go to, in fact, Sonali's turn, as she grits her teeth and looks at the fact that you are now here with Charm, and then sort of maintains her concentration, and will just half a heartbeat close her eyes, and you see that she disappears in a small puff of mist and reappears.
Misty step.
It reappears where?
There.
There.
Where she will now just get the fuck out of the way, basically, and will then she will.
What is from Casey? Yeah. Casey, why you give people funny dice?
What?
I just realized that this dice has 2 1s.
What?
And this one has 2 6s.
She has not been rolling those though.
Oh my
I
God.
don't think I've been using it, but
no,
I just found out.
Oh, no,
Shady
no.
dice.
Okay, yeah. Take them away.
Casey, this is where Ranger gets it from. That's all I'm saying.
No, I haven't. I feel like I need to check all the dice now.
Dodgy dice, man. He says, what? What the hell? That's a stupid thing. But now, she will then reach out with her hand, and you see the outline of this sort of dark, smaller hand leave hers and pass across the intervening space as she attempts to chill touch, bad touch the elemental. That's next to Kie. It will do. There's a small hand grabs on. It will range spell attack. Yes, she hits, and it does quite a bit of damage. Nice. 8 points damage. Cool. As we then go to Charm, who will look around, see that she's fine, and will then run up here and attack. And so Barra, it's you.
Oh, that's crowded.
Oh shit. Everybody's gathered there. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Like, I'll come back to help Sonali because otherwise she.
Yeah. No, I'm just like.
We still need to help Kian.
I was gonna hypnotize some more, but then Now, like, a lot of people.
But then if you did, then your first one would go.
You are correct.
Just as a reminder.
You're concentrating,
I am
Fall on for one more day.
concentrating.
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 Okay, so I'm now I'm within 60 feet from all the things, right? From all the
Yeah,
clans,
50
all the
feet from all the
elementals.
things. Let's have a look.
So I'm not gonna command all of them. I'm gonna command one of them, but I'm just
No, you are 60 feet from one of them, or two of them, I'd say, three of them. Yes, the ones that aren't zapped by you, basically.
right.
So there are two that are currently hypnotized, but you can, in theory, command any of the others.
Okay, I am going to command the one who is attacking Sonali to flee. So now that I know that it speaks common.
It doesn't speak common.
Oh, but the other one was speaking common. Like the big one is speaking common.
The big one was not speaking common.
It
The big
was speaking common to Kie. It was
No,
like,
it
stay
was-
away
that was-
from my baby. No, it
No,
wasn't.
that was it wasn't. They're not. They don't have babies. That was the entire.
Oh, I see.
That was
I
the
see.
whole subtextual
Ah,
joke. Yes.
okay.
And welcome to Drive Time with D&D. No,
Okay. Well, I'm gonna.
sorry, yeah, no.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm gonna repeat the command, which is to the one that's attacking.
Cool. Just make a straight intelligence roll for me.
Oh no.
Because you don't speak this language, so it's like
You're
you're
like
speaking
a-
Chinese. There are tones.
见小
Hakun has tones, indeed.
Fucking why? I'm smart. I swear. I'm a smart person. 12.
Xinsha. So, okay, what are you saying again?
Point taken. Flee.
Flee. I rolled an 18 on the dice, sorry.
Yeah, that means he understands it.
No.
Oh, right, for wisdom. Yes.
He understands it and he goes,
No.
no, your accent's terrible. But
There are tones. There are
there are
tones.
tones in this language. So that is your bonus action, and now you get an action.
My bonus action. So there are now a big one and a small one crowded very close
That
together.
is correct, yeah.
Okay, I am gonna, Bobby.
Yeah, go on.
Bobby. It's your time, well not your time, but your spirit's time. I don't know if you're aware that you do this, but Bob, be angry. So I'm gonna aim it so it hits the two of them. It is are they within 5 feet of each other, the big one and small one?
I would say it's a healthy 5 feet, but yeah.
Okay, so I'll aim it like just behind them so that it doesn't hit my allies.
Sure. What's the splash on that?
5 feet.
Yeah, fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Totally.
1d10 necrotic damage.
Yeah, roll for it. As you see, there's a moment as Bob realizes, huh? Who's that guy? As this sort of like...
Does it emerge from Bob? Or?
Nope.
Oh, shit. I was totally
It's
wrong
completely
about
like,
it.
huh? Who's that? Oh, he's very, very handsome. I must say, that is a handsome looking griffin.
I'll have a look in the mirror.
Bob's got a very strange sense of self.
Okay, only a d10. This is 6. Okay, so that was my reaction
Okay.
and my bonus action.
Yep, so 6 points of damage to those two elementals. You got it?
Okay. Okay. You know what? Before I do anything more, I'm gonna use my free action. I am going to say shit. I don't speak Akon, but I'm gonna say the two names I remember. Because people didn't respond to me.
I did.
Oh, you did? Sorry. Oh, very good. Okay, I'm gonna say Suhari Nagara Wasa, and I'm gonna see if there's any reaction from any of them.
Your deep voice Nakun said, Claw 2, Barada, Nikto. No, absolutely nothing. Nothing at all.
Okay, great. Well, in that case, I should probably
That's
use
a
my.
very niche joke for about 6 people who laughed. Thank you.
I still have an action.
Yes, you still have an action, yeah. Yeah, no reactions. Those notes.
Okay. Okay, now that I know they're not giant clams, so.
No, they're not.
Okay, am
Are they hum?
Fool?
Oh.
Wow, their eyes
good one.
Do they mean us any harm?
Ah.
I don't understand. Okay.
I'd like everyone to take 1d6 points of psychic damage. No, it's fine.
Okay. So I move so that I'm within 30-foot range of the one that is hitting the Kie and friends.
So fascinated.
Yeah, I know.
So unfortunately, again, because you don't have freedom of movement, I don't know if you're going to get within 30-foot range.
How far am I from now?
Because you're 60 feet just within command, right? So you're basically able to move 15.
How far are they?
60.
No.
So that puts you at here. So
You don't
you
look very
need
walking.
45, I believe. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Take.
Okay. Okay. I'm just going to. In that case, I'm just going to do my dissonant whispers. Okay. Under the sea. Under the sea. Darling is better. No one is wetter. Take it from me. Up on the shore, you walk all day. Up in the sun, it's straight away. We've got no problems. Life is no problems. Under the sea.
On the bright side, we will not be paying any copyright issues.
No, indeed. And nor will Twitch be finding that sort of, the algo thing. Now, what's the saving throw on
Whisper
that?
17.
Wisdom 17, okay.
I fail.
Failed. There was no passing that one. Okay, cool. How much damage do you do?
5d6.
5d6? Wow!
What level do you cast this
sorry,
at?
no, I don't. I cast it at level 2. Sorry. I'm
46.
46.
Still fierce.
Yeah, that's still a lot.
Just do me a favour. The bonus action command, say cast command as a bonus action. Because you may not be able to cast a spell.
This is my. She.
Cast command as a bonus action.
Distant Whispers is a cantrip or is
It's
a
not.
spell?
It's not a
sorry,
cantrip.
you don't want to cast it.
Okay.
You cast command as a bonus.
Did you get spell slot back? So that's a good thing.
Yay. Okay.
Yeah, cantrip.
So that I do not sing that song.
So you do get a cantrip though.
I viciously mock. Hi. Water. Piece of shit you are. Water. Piece of shit your mother is.
Oh, wow.
What's elemental about you? You're basic.
Oh.
That's my vicious mockery. With 17.
Hi. Karen, he called you basic.
It doesn't have to understand me.
It doesn't?
No, it doesn't say that.
Okay, perfect. Alright, so roll your damage.
Here you
Roll your
don't
damage.
not
Oh wait,
understand
sorry, what's the
With 17.
well, I'm gonna take the same 5, so it
Okay,
doesn't
roll
matter,
d4.
Okay, it's 2d4.
Yeah. As we're then going to go to one that you just insulted.
6 psychic.
6. Yeah.
6. So mean, Barra. As this water element that's fighting Kie turns to Kie with tears in its eyes.
Oh,
Or it might just be water on its watery face and more as it lunges for you with an attempt to kill you.
If I cry underwater, can anyone tell?
Yeah, indeed.
Wow.
Indeed. And what if there's no trees there?
Yes, we are so
It's like
sorry.
peeing in a pool.
If you're thinking of pool, everyone can tell. Unless you're very, very healthy and hydrated.
Oh. Right.
Yeah.
As Bob releases.
No!
Yeah, hey, people around him should take damage. For Bob P.
So 24 and 19. So I think those are both hits, right? Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah.
And
No.
you are going to take.
Shit.
First attack will do. Ouch! 17 points of bludgeoning damage. And the second one, ouch, will do 14 points of bludgeoning damage as these two sort of like hammer push, push as these two water. Like you can see that it's beginning to fade from all of the damage that's been taken from other things, but it then just concentrates again, and you have a moment of realization that these are elemental forces, right? And because
Is this the one that has disadvantage against attacks? On attacks against anyone but Yrsa? No.
no, that's the one that's
Oh,
fighting
okay.
Solari.
Got it.
This is the one that's fighting. Yeah.
Okay.
Otherwise, it would be a long way. I don't like that person over there. It's,
Don't fight.
Yeah. No, so
Stop it.
this is one
Ultimate
fighting.
tanking.
Yeah.
Gross.
Nice though. Nice though.
Barra's looking at Sonali and Kie. Oh no, that's my girlfriend.
Who do I save? Me. Okay. It's me first. Right. So, come with what I said. 18. Oh yeah, sorry. 17 then 14.
17 and 14, which is
31 of bludgeoning damage and slams into you. The next one, which is the one that is fighting Sonali, was fighting Sonali, is now fighting a grand convocation of people. Let's have a look over here. Quite a few people have really quite hurt it. So sees Yrsa, the spiritual weapon, and this roguey type. So that is 2 hits, one of which is a crit. It will attempt to
engulf, I guess.
There's no point in engulfing in water.
Fair point.
So 1, 2, 3, Yrsa, 4, 5, 6. Jump. Oh, sorry, Harmona. Okay.
You have disadvantage! The misses on me.
That's fair.
In which case you have advantage, because I recklessly attacked as well.
Cancel.
No, you have disadvantage on everybody else. You have advantage on me.
Oh, I see. Okay, in which case it will. I forgot that, so it's just going to attack you. So that's its first roll, which is it has a crit, and the second one is miss because the 14's not going to hit you. So yeah. So
it misses with advantage.
Yes.
Nice.
I rolled a 3 and a 2. No, I didn't. I rolled a 7 and a 5. So the crit, on the other hand, will not great. So 16, 20. We'll do 23 points of bludgeoning damage on you.
11.
Yes.
You're not being touched.
I am touched.
Like this.
A bad touch.
I'm getting.
This is my no-no zone.
This is the no-no zone. As get spam, and then now it is going to be the last one that is up by Kie.
No.
As
Is Bob attacking?
Bob is going to get a go. Actually, I forgot about Bob's go.
Yeah, you forgot Bob go.
Yeah.
Go, Bob.
Go, Bob.
Go, Bob.
Bob go before Barra some more.
Oh,
Haha.
all right.
Go, Bobby.
God.
It's your birthday.
Yeah.
Our Singpost has been ignored entirely. Poor Singpost
Yeah,
man.
look, it's so neat.
He worked so hard, no rain or shine. Brings you your mail, points out your innate order. Ignored.
Throws flyers.
No.
Singpost man
Where is Bob's go? One second.
doing his best.
Bobby.
I love how my name is invisible.
You can still see the name.
Oh, yeah, it's cool.
That's the funniest part.
Bob. Okay.
Because of the green screen.
Oh.
Bob will attempt to multi-attack and then rend. So Bob will multi-attack.
Go,
Go,
Bob.
It's 2 hits.
Yes, Bob.
And then a rend. It's a 3rd hit.
Ooh.
As Bob hurries forward and goes, "Don't hurt
You were alone because Bob was
Kie!"
there.
What Bob said?
And yet,
No.
he skipped his turn.
To be fair, nobody's been targeting Bob. Everybody's just been ignoring him.
Yeah.
He's a giant griffin.
I mean, I wouldn't lah.
He's only the size of a scooter right now.
You don't go for the damage sponge. You go for the softies.
Correct. Even they.
How dare you call her a softie?
Well, it's not being proven wrong yet.
That's true.
She's a monk.
Yeah, that's true. Loves your tank.
Plus 24, so...
For now.
So, just will you remind me about Bob, because Bob kind of swoops in, and as he does so, kind of like his claws are out, and he goes, "Let it go!" And next thing you know, the small one that's in front of you, that burst of water just dissipates.
Yes!
Oh,
Bob
let's
is
kill.
now...
Fatality.
Come on, go Bob.
Bob is there going, there you go.
Hey, well done! Thank you!
As it is now that Meridian's turn, who will look over at Bob and go, "You hurt my baby."
Stop!
And will...
No,
Why
Bobby!
you do this?
This isn't a dungeon crawl, this is a guild trip.
Yeah!
Very good. Will hit Bob.
Very accurate.
Twice.
I'm just amused that the elementals are just ignoring their like hypnotized brethren. We're just like,
Yeah, they got nothing to do. They have no.
They do not care.
yeah.
So there are 2 hits on Bob as it slams its trident into Bob, and we'll do 3 trident.
Damn you!
Third one is also a hit.
You hit Bob that die before.
So we'll do
Angry.
Ouch.
26 days old. Right?
I've lost count.
Yeah.
About a month,
37.
I think.
37.
Ouch, 33 points of damage to Bob.
Ah!
As it kind of like, and you see that like there's dark sort of ichor and blood that comes out of Bob.
No.
Oh!
That's a lot.
As we then go to at the top of the order, it is Armana and his turn. I'm noticing that it's 9:15, so we're going to take a break relatively soon. So it seems like actually a pretty good time to do it right now at the top of the round,
Yeah,
rather
good idea.
than pausing the other point. We will do our usual break thing, folks. It's probably a good idea to do that. Take a few minutes just to chat with folks and take a moment. And as we do so, allow me a chance to nip to the boys' room and all the other bits and pieces. So, as always, we tend to hang around, answer questions. Jo may sing a song or two if she's feeling up to it. If she's feeling up to it, we'll explain some rude words in Hokkien or otherwise. Yeah, we're generally here for a few questions and just a very short break. And then we will pick back up on the action as it's going to be the top of the initiative round as we jump back into the continuation of the 4th culture.
Yay!
Toilet.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Rude words later.
I've got a little song for Kie Nao.
Yeah,
Thanks
so
so
many
much.
followers. Thank you for all the followers.
Yeah, a little song for Kie Nao. Thanks so much for sticking around. Do you guys know Grease Lightning?
Yeah.
No. If you either know it or you don't.
Yes, I think I do. I think I do.
Sliding. Oh.
Yeah,
Do you guys know the echoes?
Just
No.
that, I think.
Okay, never mind. Okay, you do your best. Okay. Kie 90, thanks for sticking it. Kie 90, thanks for joining.
Wait, but then what do we say instead of Grease Lightning?
Kie 90.
Oh,
Oh
okay.
my god.
Okay.
You have to tell us. You have to tell us.
Okay. Kie 90, thanks for coming here. Oh wow. Kie 90, oh Kie 90. Kie 90, we're hoping that you like our style. Okay, let's do this again. Yeah,
Okay, thank you.
Kie 90, thanks for coming here a while.
K90, K90.
Let Lisa do it.
Sorry.
Kie 90, thanks for coming here a while.
Kie 90. Sorry.
Kie 90, we're hoping that you like our style.
Kie 90.
And from our team, we wanna scream. Thanks, Kie 90. Whoa, 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 whoa. Kie 90, tell us if you are from SEA. Kie 90. Are you nearby when you watch us play? But wherever is your home, we're glad that here you roamed. We're a team from Singapore. Hope you stick around for more Kie 90. Whoa, 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 yeah. Thanks, Kie 90. Sorry, we tried. I'll do the next one by myself.
Sorry.
Thanks, guys. And here's one for I think it's I'm Cornac. Is I'm Cornac still around? IMKR.
Freedom.
Okay, it's alright. Oh, Fanny is still around. Okay. Why don't you guys make conversation around amongst yourselves?
Okay. So, Lisa,
Yes.
you were gonna go on a cruise.
Oh yes. But we're not going anymore.
Oh, so it's cancelled.
We can
Oh,
only
wow.
cancel it if we're waiting for the next update from the cruise line.
Right.
So right now the update is only till 29th July. We were supposed to set off on the 2nd. So
That's pretty close.
yeah. But what they are allowing cancellations just till for that 29th batch.
Ah.
And then we have to wait for their next announcement to see whether it will apply for ours.
So you
Whether
have
they
like
will allow
a
us to
2-day
cancel.
window, 3-day window.
Yeah. But we decided even if even if they don't allow cancelling, they should allow postponing, and then we just get credits for later in the year or whenever. But we're definitely not going now.
Did they already announce that there are limited activities on board?
Not super detailed, but it's the 2 people thing, and we meant to go as like a family thing, so like 6 of us. So we booked it when it was 8, like 8 packs.
Wow.
Like per meal. But now it's back down to 2, and then now I feel like it's getting worse. Like
Oh
with
my
the
gosh.
rising number of
we had
cases.
100+ cases today.
163, yeah.
And it was at like 3 last week and 0.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's so fast.
The stats here, and I'm looking at them, they're rather extraordinary. July 11th, 1 community case.
Yay!
7 imported. Then July 12th, 8 community cases.
Still okay.
And then, of course, July 19th, 163 community cases.
Well, what I would like to say is the good thing is they're ring fencing it, but
Yeah,
you
that's
know
true.
they're doing a lot of active testing, getting people in possibly afflicted communities to come in and get it tested, so we can find out who they are faster.
They're spreading faster.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, if they didn't do that,
Yeah.
the numbers would be greater. It's just that we wouldn't know.
Yeah. No, I mean, they're definitely doing a good job of handling it. It's just like scary how
How
the
many
virus
there are.
spreads.
It feels
so
like all it
quickly.
took was just one person.
Yeah.
And yeah, it really is in a way. Think about
This
it.
Delta variant's crazy.
Yeah, it's so quick.
It's like I'm just quite thankful about the fact that there doesn't seem to be that many people hospitalized or in ICU because of it. But you know, when this whole thing started, it felt like end of the world.
Yeah,
but now it's like
this week, for the first time, we had 3 children, young children, under the age of 12, hospitalized, which is the first,
no.
apparently. For
Yeah,
COVID.
because apparently like kids they're generally quite resilient to COVID. Yeah, they don't experience a lot of symptoms.
Yeah.
Which is unfortunate, but okay lah. I mean, as it goes, on the one hand, it's like it's not great, but on the other hand, it's like we can't really complain because you compare it to some of the other countries and what they're going through. And like we are still not that bad. But
You can always complain.
because we're Singaporean and that's what we do.
So it's a national sport.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
national right.
Okay, there we go. Here's your new Hokkien phrase of the week. Dun, dun. Kao bei kao bu.
Do what?
Kao bei kao bu.
Cow bear, cow boo.
To cow is to cry.
Right.
Bei is your father. Bu is your mother. So literally cry father, cry mother.
Yes.
Basically, it means like when you, it's like at
Go
their
fly kite.
funeral and you're crying about how they died and you're complaining and so yeah. To kao bei kao bu is to describe somebody as complaining or whining really loudly as though their parents had died.
Oh, I see. Right.
Once again, repeat after me. Kao
Kao
bei
bei
kao
kao
bu.
bu.
Excellent, everybody.
Now, it has nothing to do with cows,
Yeah, no.
per se.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. Just think about it for a while.
Although it often is associated
That's true. Oh,
visually.
there is a shop in I think it's Suntec City called Cow Play Cow Moo, which is an arcade.
Arcades still exist.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they do. And now they're all about the little tickets, you know? You
Oh,
play
right.
the game and you get the tickets and then you use the tickets to exchange your stuff.
Okay,
So
I've
like
never
large teddy
done.
bears.
I've never done that. So, do they have a ticket counter machine? Or do
Yes,
the-
actually they do. Because
Okay.
the prizes are like, they cost quite a lot of tickets. So you literally have to go to the ticket machine and feed in your tickets and then it'll give you a slip telling you how many you have.
Right.
And after you go to the counter and say, I want to exchange for that thing.
Prohibition says, was it not always about little tickets? And the answer was no, it was about Street Fighter.
He's not wrong. At one point
And
there
House of the
were, you
Dead.
know, the 2 separate types. There was the
Time
arcade
crisis.
games
Time crisis.
Same era.
and then there was the shooting stuff and then, you know, yeah.
And there was never any reward except for playing the game. We never needed a reward. It was the fact that people didn't really have access to games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like in this day and age where everybody has Steam, more or less, I think.
Yeah.
Or a console or something, then yeah lah.
When I was 9, my favorite game, I kid you not, was at Parkway Parade's Ken Air Fun World. And it was, you paid 50 cents to spray a jet of water to move a little ball up a track. And that was it. It was the water moving that little tiny like metal ball up this little railed track. And the objective was before the water ran out. You
And what? You pay 50 cents to pee on a ball? What?
It was like kind of being like a fireman, I guess.
I mean,
yeah,
that's what I told the police as well. But this is
it's long before the negative connotations of joining the fire service. There were incidents. There was an incident in which somebody was hazed and yeah.
Very dire.
Yeah.
No, not very dire. Very somber.
But they've dealt with
Yeah,
it and
right,
it doesn't happen
somber
anymore, which is a
times,
good thing.
No. It's very disturbing. It's like nowadays you wake up, you read the news, and you feel like.
It's always felt like that though.
For this last 2 years or so.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
I think there was a thing where everything probably still happened. It's just you didn't read the news about it. Like so, the answer arguably is to don't read the news as much.
That's true.
You know, as strange as it is. Instead, tune into Kiss 92.2 and listen to Joe.
92.0.
It's just Kiss 92.
Okay, fine. So you're 0.2 out, all right? Like this is not.
I don't want to point out your mistakes.
Tune into Kiss 92.0 in the morning and listen to Joe and so.
If you're not in Singapore, it's kiss92.sg.
We haven't actually mentioned why. we made lots of these jokes, but Joe's basically started a.
Yeah, I started a DJing job, and it's interesting because I never thought that I had a DJ voice, and I've had all these people telling me you don't need a DJ voice. We hate DJ voices. I'm just wondering whether
Basically, Ramji.
I've had some friends tell me they hate DJ voices as well. So then I'm like consciously trying to avoid a DJ voice, and I'm like, I don't know what my voice is. So it's very interesting. And in the meantime, here's a song for Overcord. I hope you're still with us. Thanks so much. I realized that somebody mentioned that we never did a song for you, Overcord. Thanks for sticking with us and for subscribing or following back in May. So today is a Grease day. So here's the Grease song. You're overcord and we hope you're not bored as we watch our dungeon crawl in motion. They say there are 3 tests. We're in one, not at our best. We hope that we have some healing potions. But we're glad overcord you're here to be our ward. I don't know how this song ends, but hope we can be friends, yeah. Yeah, sorry. I didn't pay that much attention when I was watching the musical. Do you know how the song goes? Lisa told me she knew how Grease Lightning went.
The thing about
I do, but I'm not.
Do you know how Grease Lightning goes?
So do you think the thing about Grease is someone said to me, hey, do you remember the brown guy in Grease? And I was like, no. And they're like, no.
There's a brown guy in Greece?
There's a brown
Yeah,
guy in
exactly.
Grease?
There's no one that's
right.
not. There's no one that's basically not, right? Like it's basically Grease is a bunch of white people in the 50s, right?
Yeah.
Being very, very super white. And it's like it's again, it's one of those ones that
Super white.
yeah, exactly. And so you kind of go after that, you kind of go, yeah, it's really boring, isn't it? And so therefore, the one I like in Greece, I think it's Frenchie, isn't it? Right? Like,
Frenchie goes off to beauty school.
Yeah, the one's right. Beautiful drop out. The whole thing. I like exactly the whole Rizzo. That's
Rizzo's the bad
Rizzo's
one.
the damaged one, right? So
Rizzo's the damaged.
but she's the really interesting one. She's the one that's actually got some character to her, and she's not. You don't want to hate her, and you think, you know what? Like, if Rizzo makes it through her teenage years, she's going to be she's going to like grow into something, right? It's a character, but anyway. Things like Grease.
Cool, but do you know Grease Lightning? No, you don't.
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so if I were to sing this song for Kie-K-90,
Oh boy.
I just mixed up the name.
Could you be able to go Kie-K-90? Ooh, Kie-K-90?
Sure.
Okay, shit, I'm not confident. Sheena, can you help also?
I will try.
Do
What the fuck? You just asked me to do something. I have a terrible idea.
No.
It's like, Roger, hold this. Actually, no, do you mind holding this instead? Like, get the fuck out of here. No, I'm not gonna. No, it's fine.
No, it's because
I'm on strike now.
No, it's because I asked both Ed and Lisa to do it just now, and they both confuse each other. So I'm trying to get as many people as possible to do it at the same time. Okay,
Fine.
Lisa, help me again, okay?
You
Okay,
shut
I'm
up.
gonna do it better this time.
Just go ahead again.
Kie-K-90, thanks for coming here a while.
Kie-K-90, go Kie-K-90.
Kie-K-90, we're hoping that you like our style.
Kie-K-90, go Kie-K-90.
And from our team, we want to scream. Thanks, Kie-K-90. Whoa, Kie-K-90, tell us if you are from SEA.
Kie-K-90, go Kie-K-90.
Are you nearby when you are not just play. KK90, oh, KK90. But wherever is your home, we're glad that you roamed. We're a team from Singapore. Hope you stick around for more KK90. Yeah. Yay! Thanks, well done, guys.
You know what, really well. For someone who says that you don't
I
like
didn't like the show.
it.
It was very disturbing.
It was,
I watched it and I was like,
Please.
yeah. It was basically like, you cannot be yourself. You have to be this completely different naughty girl.
No. There was a bit about swimming at the beginning, but that was it.
Naughty girl.
And then you have to like smoke and wear like these like super bodycon outfit. Just
Yes.
But the thing is, he fell in love with her in the first place because she was this sweet blonde thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? So, yeah. Issues with that show, I have so many.
I was super angry. I didn't get out. Like, everyone was crazy about it.
Right.
I was like,
This is terrible. This is like when I watch Rainbow Fish.
Rainbow Fish?
Don't be
What's
giving, don't be
Rainbow Fish?
generous.
Oh, Rainbow Fish is very disturbing. It's a children's book, right? About a fish that has rainbow scales and it's very, very beautiful and she's well aware of it and quite, what's the word?
Arrogant.
Yeah. That sort of thing, right? And all the other fish hate her because of that. And then after that, they were like, we don't want to be friends with you anymore. And then after that, the ending part is that she basically gave up her rainbow scales to each of her friends so they could feel fucking special.
And she was...
It's like, what is it? You mutilate yourself just so your friends can feel special.
We did I was part of the musical.
Culture Ravenloft edition.
No, it was a musical?
So the musical of it, Black Light Puppetry and all that. We had a song called Sharing is Stupid.
Yeah. I mean, but
You had a song called what?
Sharing is stupid.
But that's the song she sings at the start, to be fair. This is like the, sharing is stupid. And I mean, so there's a justification for that, you know what I mean? But
And-
it's the one that the kids come out singing, sharing is stupid.
Sharing is stupid. Sharing is stupid. You know it's no fun.
It really is in this way. I mean, like, hello. Like, if you have beautiful hair, do you have to cut it off so that other people
Yeah.
can feel good? You know, it
I
makes
know,
no
yeah.
sense.
It's like, no, it's very communist.
It's very communist, you're
Wait,
right.
so what was the lesson supposed to be?
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you. Your mouth was full.
What was the lesson supposed to
Share
be?
with your friends, I guess.
Or else.
Share your body with your friends.
Right.
dear.
That's why I'm like, it's one thing if like the rainbow fish had like a great collection of shells that the others like, then okay, you give them a bit or something. Fine, you know? You don't peel off parts of yourself for your friend. Sorry, I'm
Yeah, no,
yelling.
but it is very, yeah. It's like, oh, how dare you be more beautiful than everybody else?
It's
Yeah.
like, how is this an okay lesson to teach children? You know what I mean?
What's this one called?
Rainbow Fish.
I've never heard of it.
I've heard of it.
What are these? They are awesome. And
Denise made them. They are...
Candied
Candied
pecans.
Yeah, got the recipe from my friend and they've got a
sorry,
little
I
bit of
heard
cayenne pepper in
candied
them.
and I didn't catch the second.
Pecans.
Oh my god, these are the best things ever. She can sell these. I would buy them.
She
by
could
the
open a
kilo.
Mexican restaurant.
She could.
Except it would be, I don't know.
I mean, what?
She's not Mexican, also.
Oh,
She could do
sure.
like,
No, like the meal that we had just Mexican, right? It was like
It's
the best Mexican
amazing.
food I've ever had.
It was German. Published in 1992. Der Regenbogenfisch.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Bob and fish. The pecans are amazing. She could open like one of those omakase home dining things. Like
Yeah.
people will pay like hundreds of dollars just to come and eat with her. They do that, no? They're like there's a guy in Malaysia and you have to make a booking with him and he's booked out like in months in advance. So you go to his house and he cooks for you. Whatever he wants to cook. But it's good stuff, but yeah, you have no choice in the menu. I'm not sure I could relinquish control like that.
Cool.
Very, very.
I have one more song to do, but you guys, I just realized that I have one more song to do, but...
One more song? Go ahead.
Not yet.
Oh, not yet.
Yes, in like 1 minute.
Frobisher is like, don't crumb the pecans.
Can I have a pecan?
Yeah.
Don't crumb or face the fury of Frobisher.
Cool. Why don't we take a moment and we can do the Venture Forth video?
Oh, yeah.
Often
Oh,
do.
yeah, that'd
It's
be
some
perfect.
friends of ours from a podcast called Venture Forth. Really nice people. They have a D&D podcast that's available on iTunes and various other things, and we've been just like bigging them up a bit. So roll hand.
Hey, I'm March.
Flynn.
Kella.
Try
And I'm your DM, Ethan. Welcome to Venture Forth.
This adventuring thing is kind of tough.
Yeah. What do you think I'm gonna do? Blow it up?
I need not answer.
Casualties of war. Lynn, I would appreciate you didn't bring your friend back here again.
The gods have their champions, and I'm one of them.
I hate spiders. Ugh.
In this moment, let us all remember the resilience of this community and the glory of nature herself.
I remember going to watch Rainbow Fish.
Really?
I think it was the one that you were in.
Why did you go and watch Rainbow Fish?
I don't know. Someone dragged me along.
Oh dear.
Yeah, it was like, let's go and see a theatre production with free tickets. Let's go. I'm like, okay. Then I watched it. I was like, why are they teaching the children?
Sharing is stupid.
Did we have a giveaway this week?
We don't have a giveaway this week, no.
Oh, okay.
I know, it's amazing.
No, it's not.
No, it's just like it's a change. so if anyone wants to have us give their stuff away for them, then write in to production at t4c.sg. That'll work. That'll be fine. That'll be totally fine. Everyone's like, we don't have that email address. No, we totally do. It's totally there. Or come onto our Discord, which is probably the best way to do it, and ping me or Hans or any of the other producers if you've got some shit that you want to flog to people.
Shit that you want to flog.
Or alternatively, we'll probably be picking up with our folks at Friends of D&D Beyond at some point in the future as we continue on that sponsorship. What are we doing?
I haven't got you. I think we should restart the game and
right. We will do just that as we return back into the game because we're right in the middle of combat, and then when you've had a moment of inspiration,
Top of the phase, it's none other than
Armana. As we jump straight back in,
the man, the legend,
the rainbow fish himself.
Oh yeah, he's gonna give him
poisson de rainbow in French.
Lac en ciel.
Lac en ciel.
Huh?
Lac, the arc in the sky.
Oh, okay. All right. Lac en ciel. Okay, fair enough. So, it would be le poisson lac en ciel. So. Never mind. And so, could we carry that on?
I think I think I should read it in French. Le plus bel poisson dans les océans. I remember reading.
Very pretty fish in the sea.
The most. Anyway, keep going.
Oh, really? Oh, good. Oh, nice to know. As it is then, he is going to hit. And do it twice.
Mad.
Well, sneak attack.
You're right.
Le plus beau poisson. Okay.
Des océans.
Des océans.
Des océans.
Fish. Male in French.
I don't know. I'm very bad at this.
It's a le plus beau poisson.
I guess I think
Yes, they are. Le poisson.
Le poisson.
Like this one.
So, and again, so Saravana kind of leans in and just bap, 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 bap with these sort of two short swords.
Nice.
And yeah, absolutely. Takes, again, you can see that he seems to be timing it so that he's able to, the areas that have got frosty, he's also equally just like targeting those because they're slower. Does seem to do a fairly good piece of damage to it as we run to Kie.
Woo-hoo.
How many hit points you got now, Kie?
About half of 28.
Bloody.
Oh no.
So I'm in front of the big one now, right?
Yes.
Use my sword and I slash him.
End him.
15 plus 9?
That's it?
Yep.
24. Wow. Consistent.
3 plus 5.
8.
Okay, one more. 6 plus 9?
15 is a miss, I'm afraid. It scrapes across the hardened sort of armor that appears on this creature.
Okay, then I'll just do unarmed strike as my
So how much was it, pardon me?
Sorry, it was 8. 3
8.
plus 5, yeah.
Got it.
And for my bonus, I'll just use an unarmed strike.
Okay, go ahead.
10 plus 9?
That's it.
4 plus 5, 9. So 9 plus 8.
17.
Yeah,
That's damage.
damage.
How did you do more with your unarmed strike than you did with your...
It's the same.
Okay.
Yeah, same mom.
You just roll better.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Fair enough.
I love this thing. Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're welcome. You're very, very welcome. It's the great equalizer of Lisa's life. It's like,
All of it.
so it is you. It's like, universe fine, Lisa problem. Okay. There we go. Problem solved. As we then go to
Is it Bobby? Oh, yes, you, yeah.
But you can tell Bob what you want him to do. Well, you can't really, but it's fine. By later.
Okay. Spiritual weapon goes mbop all over the dude he's next to.
Yep. Spiritual weapon goes bop all over this dude.
For 27 to hit.
That's definitely a hit.
Does 6 force damage.
How much?
6
Force damage.
Still alive?
It is still alive, yes.
Alright, told the dead.
Told it.
Wisdom 17 save.
Natural 20.
Similar
Sorry. I'm gonna say these guys have got better wisdom saves than almost anybody that's fought Barra ever. So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna sigh and float towards the nearest wall. I'm done.
Okay.
No.
Floating towards the nearest wall. Let's have a look. Where are you? You are over here.
Just moving to the right, I guess. Yeah, just there.
Party.
Drift over.
As we then go to it is Yrsa next.
Yes. I continue beating the one that I am attacking. Hoya! Good job, Manamana! I rolled a 19 plus 8, so that's 27.
Mhm.
This is 11 plus 6, 17 points of damage.
Dead.
Oh! He did.
Oh,
As the last-
nice.
And as it crystallizes around its head, it just kind of. And it's just like 2 bits of ice just float in a different direction.
Okay. Now you! I turn around and look at the one that Kie was fighting. You! Hey, wait, that one did. You! And I try to start swimming in that direction. As
Yeah,
fast
you
as
still have
my
the freedom
little
of movement, so you can move.
40.
Huh?
40.
40.
End him.
And so, oh, come back. Come back. No. There you go. Come back. Thank you. Come back here. There you go. And let's move again. So 40. And. Dun, 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 dun. Just come to here. Okay. Stop the direction I need you to go.
Thank you.
Why? I need to see the
How do I
get through This is the morning playlist, isn't it? It's good.
Should I just do the song for finding 2128
Sure, go ahead.
while you're deciding
How to get 40 feet.
how to get 40 feet? Okay.
The marshal
Could
needs
you turn down the music just for
can.
a sec?
Thanks for watching this ep funny. It's not too sunny. In the sea elves world, we seek the treasure of Suhani. It's not too funny where the waters swirl, but funny 2128. Thanks for staying to keep us company from just now till late. Funny 2128. Yeah. Thanks, Funny 218.
I haven't heard ABBA for a while.
Yeah, it's because I work in Case 92.
Oh. Nice.
No, I haven't. Actually, we haven't played.
Well, thank you for the music, Jade.
The songs I'm singing.
Indeed.
Aw,
Thanks for all the joy you're bringing.
Who can live without it?
I ask in all honesty, what would life be without a song?
And dance.
Sorry. Back to the game.
All I said was thank you for the music.
Giving it to me.
Me. Longest charge ever.
Right. Where were we? Yes. So you had a nice long charge, and you have a bonus action, and still the second half of your attack left.
Am I within range yet?
You are not with. Well, when you say you're within range, what do you mean?
Am I able to hit a guy?
No, you're not you're not within 5 feet of anyone. I don't know if you've got any funky things that you can do as part of your bonuses or otherwise.
No, unfortunately not. That I can see. But what I can do though is when I hit the other guy with my attack.
Perfect beat.
Huh?
When you hit them with your perfect beat, boy, I got that feat. Sorry.
Nobody knows that. You're on your own.
Come on, really?
No, nobody knows.
Continue the song.
No,
Maybe
don't.
we will.
Beat boy, beat boy. No Bronski beat, nothing. No. Missing out. I'll get on some Erasure soon.
I feel so slow. Okay. What I can do is I can maneuvering attack when I was doing that thing. And then I can give somebody a reaction to move up to half their speed without provoking AO.
Okay.
Okay. The Chum brothers.
The Chum
The
brothers.
Chum brothers.
As they
one of them is in combat. So Chum 1 is in combat, but Aramana is over here.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give Aramana the movement. He can move up to half his speed without provoking AOs.
Okay.
Not that he has AOs to provoke.
1, 2, 3. That's it.
Okay, I am done then.
He can't move very far, but he goes, thank you.
He spoke through his mask. He hasn't said anything yet.
He hasn't said anything, so
it's a speech bubble.
Yes.
Sonali goes.
Sonali. Sonali will. Let's see. Let's catch. I think there's no Ramsey karaoke. No, there really isn't. Joe's nixed it.
Really easy.
Right. Sonali is going to cast a spell as she targets this large creature that's here, and we'll see what happens. Needs to make a dexterity save. Fails. Party. So Sonali raises her hand, and you see there's a small glow of sort of green light that appears in the hand, and she holds that, and from it a beam of green light stretches straight across the intervening space to attack and hit this other large elemental creature there. It will do. 1 second. Cool, I'll work out that damage as we then go to Cham, who will step in and attack this guy here. Come on, Cham. Come on, Cham, you can do this. There you go, bang, steps in, 2 hits. And
We love you, Ramji.
Huh?
But you need to announce to us what you're doing so that everybody knows.
I'm sorry, pardon me. I was like,
He's just happily rolling dice on his own.
There's lots and lots of dice happening, that's why I'm confused. So Sonali casts a disintegrate spell at the
What?
At the larger of the elementals as this green bolt of fire goes across the intervening space. The Cham has stepped into the space next to where Kie was and attacks the large Meridian and attempts to do a sneak attack on it because Kie's in the space. Doing, and that's what I was rolling, doing 17 plus 12. So 29 points of damage with this sneak attack, which is pretty decent. And Sonali did 79 points of damage with the
Mother of ouch!
That is gross.
One of them has now been broken out of your hypnotic pattern.
Why, Sonali?
But
Did you hit a fresh one?
she hit a fresh one, yeah.
Why? Oh.
Unclear. I may have rolled a perception roll for her, and she may not roll very well.
She's distracted by your butt.
Indeed.
To not buy those assless chaps.
Well, she's currently in. Barra's currently in Jason Momoa form, so it's unclear what those Golden Globes are. What state they're in. The water elemental minion that is in front of you, however, is still looking in pretty decent shape. Kie. It is now Bob's go. What's Bob doing? Tell me.
Oh, I've got a friggin' Bob, you were doing really well. What am I doing? Okay, attack. Like, you know that I'm gonna hit the last thing twice? Yeah. Do the same thing with the thing, which is the one that's the most damaged.
If he moves away, he gets.
It's hard to tell what water is worse damage.
Okay. So, like, do the same thing to the one closest to you. Yeah, good boy.
Yeah! As Bob's kind of like slams in and smashes, doing natural 1, natural 2, and natural 6. No, nothing.
Oh no!
I got it! Where is it?
Good try, Bob. Good try.
Where is it? Oh, it's here. Hi.
Good try.
So, okay. Which one is the one that was unhypnotized? The little one or the big one?
This big meaty friend over here.
Oh, shit. Okay.
I mean, it's a good chunk of it missing now.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So I am going to.
Dun 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 dun.
Sorry, I was. Okay. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I was thinking of songs and I wasn't preparing my bed. Let's try this lah. Okay, so I'm like, I wonder what this does. And I strum a power chord in the key of, I think it was E, on my, something like that. Yeah, on my guitar, my Slayer guitar. Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to cast a lightning bolt at the one that's closest to my baby Bobby.
So the thing about lightning bolt is it's a
line.
It's a line, and it's a line that's sort of 5 foot wide, but I think it's up to 100 feet long. I can't remember exactly.
Let me check for you. It's pretty long.
So you want to move into a place that makes sense for you to move to before you cast it.
Yeah,
and right now you see Bob's right in your line of sight. Right?
100 feet long.
Yeah, so you can in theory, don't know really. I guess you could in theory kind of move a bit to your left and then nail these two here. You might hit. No, you probably wouldn't hit Yrsa. That'll probably be fine, mate.
Where's Yrsa? No, okay. It's but if I go next to Bob.
So you can't move that fast.
Except I've got Misty Step. So if I go next to
then you can't cast it. Do spells.
No, I don't expend a spell slot because it's part of my. Let me check what it is.
Still a spell though. It's as if it says so in general with those abilities it says as part of this thing you can cast Misty Step.
Right.
It counts as casting the spell, which means that then you're locked in with that silly rule about the cantrip.
Okay.
Yeah, it's this is the ability to use Misty Step as a Fey ability, right?
You could just
it's Fey.
It's still cast Misty Step.
You could just Dissonant Whispers, or
okay lah.
Yeah.
Okay lah. I Dissonant Whispers. Explore.
Well, you just lightning bolt them. Yrsa's going to take no damage at all. Like, I've tried killing her for 30 fucking 6 episodes, right? You're not going to do it now, trust me.
It's 8d6.
It's still, like, it's immediately 4d6.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I wouldn't lightning bolt my body members.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fine. It's okay, I'll Dissonant Whispers.
Do you want a Misty Step first?
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, because I'm close enough.
Okay.
60 feet, right?
Yeah, this one here?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So.
Roll with 17 save.
Wait. So first, underwater. Okay. What a girl wants, what a girl needs, what a girl keeps me happy in your arms.
I'm thanking you for baby. What a good was, what a good news, what a kid happy in your arms, and I'm taking you for baby. Yeah.
Bob Dylan's ode to a nautical girl there. By,
girl, what? Really?
Sorry? No, it was very Dylan-ish, kind of like, hey,
Oh, I see.
hey, Mr. Naughty Girl. What a girl.
It's water, did you get it?
Yeah.
Thank you.
What a girl. I failed. How much damage did I take?
4d6.
46. You do. It is going to be Wooty Girl first, then after them. Oh, wait, Wooty Girl did. Wooty Girl did.
13.
13? Okay, cool. That is that one.
And with my bonus action, I suppose, since I have it.
You can't cast command.
I can't cast command. I cannot do that. Yes, thank you for reminding me. Fine, I will sing a bardic inspiration
You got
to who's going after me. So let me see. Can I see the postman?
Yes.
Mr.
Ready one. Aramana.
Did we skip Bob again?
No, Bob missed. Bob missed violently.
Right.
Triple
Ready
attack.
one.
Yeah.
And then
Ready one. No, so I'm going for Aramana. Okay.
We could give it Kie.
Why?
Kie does more damage than Aramana.
We don't know.
It's okay. We can try.
Okay,
Aramana.
that's true. Fair.
I mean, she's hitting half of what she rolls.
Okay, here's a song for Aramana.
Sorry.
Aramana!
I
At
love
least
you.
I hit half.
Distinct improvement. 50% improvement.
Yeah.
Aramana, okay, look, we haven't spoken much, but this song's for you. Down! This song's for, dedicated to Aramana. Don't hit him, it'll be your folly. He's Aramana, Aramana. He's the best rogue here. He is good golly. He's Aramana, Aramana. Wears a mask and doesn't talk much. Aramana, Aramana. And when he hits Pell, you won't walk much. He's Aramana, Aramana. Yeah, this song's for you.
5 gold rings. No, right. Perfect. Awesome. And Armana takes inspiration. Thank you very much.
5 months to Christmas!
Yay!
I love
Yay.
Christmas.
Me too.
Not Christian, but still love Christmas.
Perfect. Okay, that's your turn. As we then go to elemental, frozen elemental, and then angry elemental, and angry elemental 2. So angry elemental 1 will attempt to.
So angry.
We'll attempt to continue to beat on Bob, I think.
No, Bobby!
Fuck you.
It's 1 hit, so very lucky Bob. Take 7 Oh, so 16 points of damage. Okay, so Bob will take 16 points of cold damage. He goes, oh, it's so cold. Okay.
How hurt does the one next to Bob look?
The one next to Bob looks. Problem is, large masses of swirling elemental water aren't easy to assess, but you've seen quite a lot of, like relatively vicious attacks appear to land, and it's slowing down. So hard to tell, though, because if you'd fought lots of water elements before, I'd agree. As the second one, however, that had been sort of somewhat disintegrated by Sonali, begins to move across the intervening space towards her. Let's see her distance.
Look how none of them are giving a shit about the... No, nothing I do.
Did it pass me? Did it pass me?
It will have passed you, yes.
Haha!
I love how now they're giving a shit about their hypnotized friends, even though this one's been hypnotized.
Sentinel!
They've got no way of
knowing that they're hypnotized.
Yeah.
Right.
All of them plus...
Not very wise.
No, they're like
19 AC?
19 AC is a hit.
Yay! I did. This is 7 plus 6.
13.
13 points of damage, and it stops.
It does stop.
Yeah, you no go.
As you
No go.
hear, you're almost certain you hear this elemental, so that it comes screaming past you, and you hit it, and you almost hear it say, "Lanjiao."
Even in Aquan.
Even in Aquan, it's still the same. But it has stopped in its tracks.
Cool.
Very annoyed, but there, and it will then, as part of that, seek to attack you and not attack Sonali.
Bring it.
What the bluebird?
So the lowest one there would have been 14, but everything else was above 23. So 2 hits. So one doing 6 points of piercing and 5 points of cold, and the second one doing 10 points of piercing and 5 points of cold. So 16 points of piercing, 10 points of cold.
8 and
5.
13.
Okay.
You got it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So that's it. As we go back to now Arman, who will he's got some inspiration.
All right. Eat a man.
He hasn't got freedom of action. Pull out, well, sort of not pull out as much, to just grab a crossbow again and shoots crossbow. You see a crossbow come winging across past your shoulder, Yrsa, and for a moment it looks like it's going to go into this sort of mess of water, and at the last second the sort of like swoosh of this dark swirling water just kind of creates almost a hole in itself, which the seawater fills, and then this dart just passes through it, and then just fills itself back up with elemental again.
Hey, get along!
I know, and I'm looking at you going.
Did he use his body?
He missed by way too much.
Ah, right. Okay.
It wasn't even worth it, so he held on to it, but he's not worth it.
Okay.
Right.
Okay, as we then go to Kia.
Attack! Mid-sword. Wait, how close am I to the... It's the same big thing next to me, right?
Yes,
Has
it
it
is.
moved?
It's you and Bob and Cham.
Eh? Wait, hold on.
Oh, so we're all fighting the big one.
I hit, then Sonali go. Where are we now?
Me.
How come it's
Huh?
me?
You went back to Armana.
Oh.
That guy's went.
Oh, right,
Really?
sorry. Because you did a sentinel.
Yeah, I did a sentinel. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so I did a
So
sentinel.
now Armana, now Kie.
Because it was at the top, right? Because it was there.
Yeah.
It was, the sentinel was in their turn.
Yes.
Guys, we're good. So we went back to the top of the round again. Sorry,
back to Kie.
Oh, good.
I may not have enunciated that clearly, but yes, it is now Kie. Kia, what are you doing, Kia?
I am step to the big one that we're trying to kill.
Step
Damn
to the
it.
beat. What'd you roll, Kia?
Halfling.
2. After that? Clear the other dice. Clear the other dice. Right? Compared to all those miserable 2s and 3s.
Yeah.
Plus 9.
13.
No, you know it's 18 to hit. You know my
Yeah,
dice,
okay,
so-
next.
The big ones aren't easy to hit.
Oh, I see.
The little ones are.
Another 4.
What the?
Okay, so...
Have you considered you might be rolling it into the dice tower, and you may just want to let physics be responsible?
I'm trying my best. Okay, so I can't flurry because I haven't hit. So
No, you can.
Can I?
You can always flurry when you've attempted to attack.
Okay, then I will try and flurry.
Yes, go for it.
Hey.
Okay, this one I hit.
Nice.
She rolled 16 on that.
3 plus 5 damage and 1
8 damage.
Nice.
Another 4.
Okay.
So
You
only
still have
one.
3 luckies.
Yeah, but it's so early in the day.
Mm.
Yeah.
So how much damage did you do again? 8, right?
8.
Okay.
Shit.
It's okay.
Sorry, guys.
It's okay.
No, it's fine.
3 4s?
Yeah.
It's alright. Don't worry
So
about it.
this happens.
What is it?
And 1 1.
1 in 400. No.
So how much damage did you do? Sorry, just the one.
8.
8, you got it. Okay, so with that being done, it then goes to Kaman.
So, the guy around the back of my spiritual weapon is dead, right?
Yes, that is correct.
Okay.
And your spiritual weapon can move 20.
I'll move it 20.
It doesn't technically have a swim speed, but it's a spiritual weapon, so I'm not gonna, I don't think it cares.
So I'll just move it 20, and then, which one is the most hurt at the moment?
Which one is the most hurt?
Yes.
In the same way, unless you have a way of being able to
That's
tell,
right. The one next to Bob gets, told that did it.
I do forget every now and then just how fucking epic Tailspire is.
Yeah.
It is very, very cool.
Yeah. Look at that. There's a goblin.
Very cool.
There's a hammer and there's a goose.
And there's a giant fucking goose. And we all know, don't piss a goose off. Right? Like they are mean, angry things. Right? So
Untitled Bob game. So the one that hit Bob is going to get told that did it.
You got it. So the one that hit Bob is getting told that did it. Let's just check your range. What's the range of told that did it?
60. If I'm not within range, I'm gonna move into range. Got 30 feet movement.
So that's 15 feet, so that's plenty. Yep. Yeah. So, oh no, you got swim feet, so you got 30 feet. Yes.
Yeah, so I'll just drift towards it a little.
How far do you want to move?
10 feet, I guess that puts me within range.
Cool. Party. Easy.
Total dead. With 17 save, please.
Okay. That is not a save.
Oh, hello, damage.
Yrsa, you're up next.
Alright.
You eat 6 plus 5. 11 necrotic.
11 necrotic.
And I'm
cool. As your bells just materialize, and you all hear this sort of tinkling of day bells ring, jingle, are you listening? And then in the middle of all this, like bong, it takes a good chunk of damage.
It's a loud scream.
It's like
it crescendos. You're
in the lane, fuck you. So
Deck the house in boughs of holly.
Bomb, bomb, bomb. Just wait till the Christmas episode, folks. Yeah, we haven't had a Christmas episode, have we?
No.
we will soon.
We'll soon, yeah.
In 5 months.
In 5 months or so.
The year is flying by.
Okay, does it die?
It is not dead, I'm afraid. How much do you turn?
A long time.
11.
It is.
Freaking time.
Yrsa.
Excuse me. I will maneuver over around the side of the one that is currently with me, such that I'm like between the two of the big guys.
Yep.
Am I able to touch the other one or not yet?
I mean, when you say you want to be sort
I
of...
will stay within threat range of the one that I stopped. So I'm basically like walking from one side of him to the other
I don't
side.
think you can be in threat range of both at the same time.
Okay, no problem. That's fine. If I can only be next to one, then I'll stay with the one that I'm with and continue to beat him because he has a big chunk taken out of him from Tsunami. 13 plus 8 is 20 something. I hit
21, yeah.
6 plus 6, 12 points of damage.
12 points damage, you got it.
And then second attack is a crit.
Yay!
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
You die!
8 plus 6 is
14.
14 plus
Do the thing, do the thing, do the
6
thing.
is
20.
20 plus 11 is
31!
Your mother, your father!
As the sort of like, again, just like the crystalline sort of frosting just appears on the body and the sort of like the elemental torso of this creature, and it just leaves chunks away. It's looking, well, it's hard to tell how it's looking but you see it's looking less, significantly less.
Okay, so given that it's still not dead, I shall do it. I decide to twist my sword and push it in for the and do another 10 points of damage.
Okay, cool.
It's an insult that's particularly non-fitting for an elemental.
That's true. That's true.
As the element goes, but I never went near any KTVs. I just went for satay.
Buy a mango.
So I went to
Golden Mile.
There's a strange relationship between the background wall and the Golden Mile background wall, but this is anyway. Moving on. Yes.
Oh, it's not good.
Oh, did you get a bonus attack?
I hit twice, didn't I?
Did you not get a bonus attack as well?
I don't have any bonus attack rolls. I need to pick up more skills.
Yeah.
Tsunami.
goes next.
Sonali,
Steal the kill.
Yes, do your crazy thing.
No, that was a one and done, I'm afraid.
Do another crazy thing.
Wait, no, maybe she might be able to kick out another one. Yeah. Oh, 6th level, huh? Okay. No, only one slot. Only one slot. He will. Sonali will take a moment and will instead cast another chill touch at the one that is
Sonali and chill.
Netflix and chill.
Sorry.
It's
Settlers of Nagaranda and chill, actually. But, nice. Rolls to hit. It does hit. As you see a small, dark, again, hand appear on the body of the water elemental that is right by Kie. As it does so, for a moment, the hand flickers as a pulse of necrotic energy kicks in. I don't even need to roll, because... actually, no, I do need to roll. 1 second. Don't need to roll, it's good. So, as that hand then just grasps around it, and then there's a moment, and then the water just disappears.
Ooh.
And what is left behind is just this hand, which then blinks out of existence.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
You did?
She killed the one that's hanging up at you.
No, chill touch.
Oh.
Chill touch. It had 7 hit points left.
Ah.
If she big beat on a 7 HP, I'd be like,
Yeah.
Okay.
Big B's wasted spell slots. it's a lesser known spell.
Big B's
spell
overkill.
There's like a giant
Is it?
hand that slaps people for you.
Really?
That's
cool.
It is then going to
And
be
squeezes them.
Cham, who looks around and
But
goes,
it's quite high level.
okay, and what Cham is going to do is he's going to walk around the back here, and he's just going to, you lose sight of Cham. He's sort of,
ooh.
Tom, we've lost him.
Tam Liao.
Does Ryan understand Chum? Have you explained it yet?
No, I don't think so.
I have no idea. Sorry, what?
Cham is just...
We've not explained Tam yet. Tam is basically Hokkien for...
like crap, shit. We're in the shit now.
Oh, really?
Kind of like jialat, right?
Is that, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
Kinda-
Situation.
Not as vulgar, but
Sorry.
yeah, we're in the
It's
shit.
No,
literally-
everything in Hokkien is guaranteed an extra 2 levels of vulgar. It's
No,
upcasting.
it's actually
like
okay.
you think it's a level 5 spell,
No.
but actually it's a level 7 Hokkien, right?
Nah,
So
because this one refers to yourself. No,
oh, I see.
It's more like tragic.
doomed.
It's like,
doomed.
oh,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
like
Like,
it's
oh,
like
no.
it's like I'm screwed now.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
all right.
yeah,
Tam Liao.
So
Oh,
that's why
it's
when
like
you
I'm
introduced him last week, I was like,
Oh.
okay, again.
Ah.
It's like when somebody introduces, I'm doomed.
Yeah.
yeah. But he said, I'm doomed.
Yeah, pretty much.
You're Dr. Doomed. Okay.
Okay.
I'm fainted.
Like
But,
the Netflix
okay,
character
fair enough,
from
fair enough.
the canal and-
So what does
Cham's quite a common command name though. But
Okay.
yeah. Okay. But what Cham does is he goes behind that elemental that's frozen and still looking at hypnotic pattern, and then you lose sight.
Ooh.
Right.
As we wait for Bob, who goes, "What do I do? What do I do? Oh, I don't know what to do.
Okay. Now, Bob, you had bad luck the first time, but you can get him this time.
Go fuck him up! We're gonna fuck him up!
Fuck him up! Bobby,
Which
don't
one?
use
Which
that
one?
word.
Which
Don't
one?
use that word. The one that you've been attacking.
I'm gonna Cham!
Don't change tongue.
Chamming!
Yeah, Cham. Yeah, no, it's the wrong use of that word too. But it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Don't talk. Let's talk more action.
2 hits. One miss. So 2 hits from Bob. as he will lay in for 17 points of damage. And it is now going to be your turn.
Okay. So actually, I can't see where I am.
1 second. Isoldex. You are very precisely right here.
Oh, I see. I couldn't recognize myself because I was
Because
just
you are Conan. You're in Momoa mode.
Right. Okay.
Oh gosh.
Momo mode.
Momo.
Momo mode.
Momo.
Okay, wow. You know what? It's like I can't do anything without losing my concentration, so I am going to. Oh, hang on. Yrsa's moved.
Yrsa's no right here. She's basically spun around.
Oh, she's still there. Okay, so I'll still hit her with a lightning bolt. Okay. Okay.
Hey, make a perception roll, actually, in fairness.
Okay.
It's just really hard to see it.
Perception is 15.
Yeah, you can. That's it.
I am small.
So, right, I'm gonna keep singing at this guy.
Keep singing.
Okay. In a deed to myself, what a wonderful world. Yeah. A deed to myself, what a wonderful world. Oh, yeah. Yeah. What a wonderful world.
I'm going to roll with disadvantage. I failed. So roll for damage, please.
Okay,
Roll damage 46.
I'm using. I want to save some of my level 2 slots, so I'm gonna use my level 1 slot. Sorry, guys.
You can. Oh, I see. 3d6.
Because I've been using a level 2.
Right. Oh.
Oh!
18?
The number of the beast.
That is perfect, because there were 17 hit points left for this creature. That's incredible. As you
It dies from
literally,
your song.
It was genuinely dissonant whispers. I rolled with disadvantage, so I was like, and you rolled triple 6. That's amazing. So perfect.
Oh, no. Oh, come on, it wasn't that bad. Oh, you piece of shit.
The rest of us are floating upwards. It's real, like
the last thing you, the last thing you hear in Aquan is, I mean, that was really hurtful. As it sort of just disappears. You are left with one frozen creature held there in place by a hypnotic pattern, which I'm not even going to sort of do as part of the combat.
I don't know whether any of us want to try and talk to it. Well, meaning you.
No.
No?
I'm pretty sure it's not worth it.
Because you can go and look at the plinths again and see whether you can find some.
I suppose you could talk to it. What? I really don't know what to say to it, though.
Well, so practically all I'm really doing is fast forwarding through a fight here.
Yeah,
you can attempt to stand there and talk to it, but it won't really engage.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an intelligence 4 creature. It's not really a...
Oh, I see. So, okay. So, I guess this wasn't the... What's key? What's its key?
What I do want to find out is when we defeat it, does the wall of force that appeared behind us dissipate?
The wall of force does dissipate.
Ooh.
Does anything else in the room change?
No, these doors are still closed.
Okay.
We can go inspect the doors. Wait, so we're assuming that we've killed it, yeah?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, so I point out the Bidens to the...
take them.
That's Joe, that's Jill, yep. That's a good point. Make a perception roll for me.
26.
Yeah, you point out the Bidens. You see
Hey, Yrsa, you dropped something.
Oh yes, I swim and collect all the buttons.
Yeah, let's not litter.
Do the ones from the elemental seem different from the ones that the CLs were using?
Oh, sorry, there are no Bidens from the... I thought that you were pointing at the one she dropped.
Yeah, the one she dropped.
I'll pick up that one as well.
There's nothing... all the elementals leave behind them with 26 is 2 small cores.
Ah, perfect.
Small what?
In-time cores.
They're not in-time.
The what?
What are they?
Ice.
Water elemental cores?
I don't know what they are.
They must be water elemental cores because they're cores of water elementals.
They just appear to be very small spheres of perfectly spherical, and seem to be, when you push them, they're like a little, well, for humans here, little rubber ball.
Oh, right.
Stress balls. Great.
Maybe they're meant to help us open the door.
I mean, if I ask Sonali or the professor, do they know?
Professor looks at it and says,
Oh no, no.
"Oh yes, well I think that's really rather remarkable, isn't
do you
it?"
know what it is?
And Sonali looks and says, "Yes, looks like a water elemental core.
Oh, what can we do with it?
It's used for some people to cultivate water chi. It's not really something I do.
Water
Maybe
chi?
something you're yes.
Oh, like monks can use?
It's sort of a thing that elemental monks or some of the cultivation sects use it as well.
Huh? You say sex?
No. It's funny actually. So I was thinking of you as I said that, and I thought, no, it's not the cultivation sects. It's the cultivation sects.
Factions. The
And in fact,
factions.
the cultivation sects, in fact, probably rarely engaged in section.
Oh, is it a thing? They cannot have the sex in order to be.
I think it's all
In
that
the
sitting under fountains and standing on one leg on
no,
mountains.
you can ask
thing.
Kie about that. I think they're not mutually exclusive.
Oh, she's looking upwards. What's up there?
Okay, well, okay.
Are you part of a cultivation sect?
No, I didn't.
Then I guess it begs the question of like, no, never mind. I actually don't want to know the answer. Good. Well, good for you.
I've been down and touched one of the crystals.
The crystals, the blue ones
on the floor.
Yeah, I mean, make an arcana roll for me.
Oh, okay. Is your detect magic still on?
Yeah.
Okay.
8.
You touch one of these crystals, and he
Two
goes,
people make the arcana roll?
sure.
What are you doing? Touching
Why
the
not?
crystal. I want to touch a crystal too. Looks like fun.
But these aren't the spheres, right?
Yeah, I know, I know. It's okay.
Because you're not touching his blue balls, right?
I passed.
We've passed them to Yrsa.
I will keep
So you have
his
the blue,
blue
balls.
bars.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, and Ijnar will show you the way.
Oh. My God, I'm running out of secrets. Okay.
You have to be careful saying it. No, every time the carpet does a small joke. Right now, I will show you the way.
Oh.
Sorry.
It
It's
sounds,
being random.
it sounds like I can show you the world.
I'll show you the way.
So I'm like, Yrsa, it's a secret for you. So, Taryn used to throw my things around. Darren used to really try and force me to study mathematics and things like that. And then when I couldn't, then he called me all kinds of really awful names. And yeah, I don't know. It's okay. It's a long time ago, but not that long because I'm a young man. And okay, thanks, Yrsa. Don't tell anyone. Okay, and then I roll. What was it? Arcana.
Yes. Ah.
That's a 20.
20.
Dirty 20.
What did you roll on the
14.
and on the
13 and 1.
You got it. Perfect. Cool. So with that roll, you with one of these crystals, you sort of touch it, you sort of poke it. You kind of feel, yeah, you sort of feel that actually it's interesting. This is it's kind of like, so Joe would get this reference, Barra doesn't, but it's kind of it's the equivalent of solar cells, but for intern. Like somebody has set these crystals up and they grow organically, and what they're doing is they're filtering the microscopic intern out of the water and creating magical energy that's then been used to create the environment where these elementals can be summoned.
Okay.
Cool. That's very
Explain
cool.
these
Just
to
like
them.
a magical circuit.
It's a magical circuit.
So, I don't know. What does that mean?
It means that this circuit is being used to power something around here. So, if it's a magical lock perhaps if we smash the crystals, then perhaps the lock will be open. I don't know. I mean, it depends on what they're powering, you know. Like, I mean, they did trigger, like, it was like an alarm, which brought the elementals here, so maybe that's their function. And there's a...
Wait, didn't you say that it was used to summon the elemental?
Totally.
Used to summon the elementals here.
Yeah.
So...
It's like you get the impression that given enough time,
it will reset.
where that is like a couple of days,
the
elementals will reform.
The elementals will reform. So...
Not reform, sorry, reform.
Reform. Oh. That sounds different today. Maybe, you know, so like, we don't have a lot of time. They'll be back.
I mean, 2 days.
In 2 days.
That sounds like quite a lot of time. I'm hoping to be done before 2 days, hopefully. Okay, so does that mean that... Okay, how heavy do the crystals look? You said there's a circuit, so can they be rearranged, for example?
Yeah, that is a very basic analogy. In essence, it is more organic than that.
Okay.
As in, it's that by having all these crystals here, it creates a automatic power creation, meaning that like you don't need a wizard or something to come along and just charge it up every now and then. It pulls it in from the ocean, and there's the previous to the ocean, I presume, the air, right? And so it's more of this is like an ever-charged battery. Right, that will then create the magic that's required to summon these elementals. You could disrupt it, you think. Maybe you could figure it out. It's a good roll, 20. But it might take a bit of time. Or you could maybe nick a couple of these crystals. It's not too hard. You're just not sure what actual value they'd have. But you can always go chop a couple of them with a hammer.
Yeah, you know, just in case we run out of in town, I guess, you know, these could have helped them like draw into our...
Which does remind me, are you guys keeping track of the intent you're using when you cast spells? Good, excellent. Don't worry about it. It's all good.
So, you know, we could take a few of these. What do you think?
I don't know. I mean, what can they be used for?
I don't know, like in case we run out of in town for us. No, they can't be used for that. Oh, yeah, I just...
But somebody might find it interesting enough.
Yeah, like that professor over there who hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, I mean, he's like, oh, yes, elementals, that's very good.
He
did nothing. He was like looking at the wall and just like, going,
no one else like
rather remarkable,
Did
you know?
nobody like attack him during the...
No, he's in that sort of strange category of people where like he's just so obsessed with the world that he's in. That like it creates a bubble of like, you know, he's just not there.
It's an invisibility.
It's almost like he's just like, it's like, oh well, he's not irrelevant.
Personal sanctuary.
Yeah, it's like a personal sanctuary indeed, right? He's just the crazy professor.
Hitchhiker's Guide invisibility for you.
Yes, quite improbability.
I'm just gonna nick a few of these and we can check out the doors and see if they're open.
And anyway, yes, I bring the spiritual weapon over and knock off a chunk. Somebody might find this useful.
Okay, let's keep it. But I think there's something beyond here.
Yeah, okay.
Let's go examine the door together.
We swim across.
Rogues.
To the other side.
Go.
Did you put your hand to the door?
No, I'm trying to send the rogues to exercise their rogue power.
Cool. They swim to the door. The door does not open.
Can I ask them to check it for traps? Please use your initiative. It's rogues.
Does not appear to be trapped, they say.
Okay.
Okay. How is everyone doing? I know they hit quite hard. These people.
How's Bob doing?
Oh, Bobby, you okay?
Never mind, Kie.
Yeah.
Bob.
No. Yeah, fine. Ow. Fine.
She's less than half.
It's okay.
Just a little bit less than
Better than Kie.
Thanks,
Good
Bob.
boy, Bob. I mean, oh no. Oh no, Sonali, Kie.
How is Sonali doing?
Yeah.
Kie, you okay?
Yeah, she looks over. Bob looks over and goes, better than other girlfriend too. Sorry, Sonali.
Okay.
Yeah, she's not looking great either.
We all look at a cleric.
But she pulls out a potion and just starts chugging it. So.
Okay.
Not that kind of cleric, but nevertheless.
What kind of cleric are you? You're like a Doctor of Literature.
and on the yell of what kind of cleric are you, that's where we're going to leave it for this week, folks. Thank you very much for joining us. We've been the Fourth Culture. We play D&D every Monday and Wednesday evenings. We also do random nonsense, sometimes with me as a dog. And the rest of the time, you'll catch DJ Mojo on Kiss 92.0. You'll catch Ed's dropping slime on children's heads on Channel 8?
No,
5, pardon me. Perfect. And you'll catch Lisa on the subway. And
I still haven't seen that.
So imagine you're walking in.
Ambush. And if you get your vaccination shots as well, your vaccination, basically she's on the TV screen because she's advertising something called the Lumi app.
Yeah.
Oh, right, you're not advertising vaccines.
No.
It'd be pointless if you are like trapped in a vaccination center.
And
Maybe you're just there for an inspection visit to kind of go, well, look, I haven't committed quite yet. The global pandemic hasn't convinced me. I just want to come and look and see if it's okay. But no, it's very fair. As always, very lucky to have everybody here. We're very lucky in Singapore that we can still play around the table.
You will catch Yrsa doing Yrsa doing the incredible recap every week. It's really
every week. I don't forget to introduce it. Yes, indeed.
And if you're a medical student, she will come. Parody a range.
I will catch you at a stupid question.
And then she'll cry on command, and you'll think it's real.
It is real.
No, don't do it.
Okay.
First, we're going to raid Connie Sideshow, who are our friends. We like them very much in a second. But before we do, we're going to play out with our theme song, and then we're going to go raid. So thank you so much, and we'll see you all on Wednesday
Thanks
for
so much, guys.
Hans's Insanity.
It is crazy. It's like the adventure born out of the mind of a slightly deranged child. So
Well, Hans.
Hans. So it's unexpected, but it's fun.
On that bombshell.
Behold thine heroes as they observeth the troubled lands and stormy sea. They have no choice, it's national service for Marabanda servitude. A goblin captain, sea elven cleric, one small and green, one tall and blue, stoned halfling monk and bard who dedicates its campaign anthem to you.
Here in Singapore's party who streams sweet D&D. The whole culture is our name, but you can call us T4C. Asian influence from rule with less Eurocentricity. Now for some Asia Pac gang chants featuring Audi and Randy.
One coffee, take that bar for me.
Coffee, take that bar for me. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, oi, oi. 新赛了，麦伦来了。新赛了，麦伦来了。Dragon power. Dragon power.
I sound quite transatlantic, actually.
Anyway, this is our party and we're actually very fun.